like a bad penny for Notts County in extra time, didn't he?
Yeah, he really did. You know, he's a player that I look at him and I think he would have probably been disappointed with being able to endear himself to the Grimsby faithful because of his attitude when he has gone on the field. The goals, key goals at key times. 5 goals now in his last three appearances, whether it's starting or obviously the last 2 coming off the bench. And this one is just desire.
Yeah.
It's desire to go and get in front of your man, desire to go and make sure that you get the next contact and sniffing out a chance. You know, in key moments in games, that's what the game's all about. It's all about moments, and that is a huge moment in Grimsby's history and could potentially be one of the key moments that gets them back to the Football League.
Yeah, you'll have just seen that Grimsby are here a little later than they hoped, but safely installed now at the London Stadium. Paul Hurst's side, of course, looking to repeat what they did in 2016 when they beat Forest Green at Wembley. In the interim, Hurst, the manager, and Grimsby parted ways. Both faced challenging times, yet are now reunited and looking to begin a new era together as they hope back in the Football League.
We're an exotic cider with a taste for doing good. Natural flavours, 100% recyclable, vegan friendly. And our partnership with WWF means we can all help habitats together.
Baby skin is just so incredible. It's so delicate. There's nothing softer. That's why I make sure her clothes feel super soft with the Fairy Non-Bio Dream Team. Fairy Pods for a gentle clean and Fairy Softener for extra softness. So even when my arms aren't around her, she's always wrapped in softness. Fairy Non-Bio Pods and Fairy Softener, the dream team for sensitive skin. Always close the pack with a click-clack and keep out of reach of children. That's very soft.
Jimmy's parents just bought him a brand new bike, but unknowingly to them, Jimmy was about to experience a considerable growth spurt. This is what would happen if Jimmy's parents had used Bike Club, subscription kids' bikes that you exchange as they grow. But they didn't sign up, so Jimmy is unfortunately stuck with a bike that is way too small for him. Subscribe at bikeclub.com today and never buy a kid's bike again.
Life isn't meant to be a struggle. Let your garage door do all the work. Get an electric roller door from Garola. Enjoy easy access with a fully fitted roller door from just $8.95, and we'll even take your old garage door away. Book a free survey now. There's no salesman, no pressure, and no hidden extras. All prices are on our website. Go to garola.co.uk or call free on 0808 22 55 895 today.
Hello, Garola!
There's nothing strange about the world of entertainment on BTTV. From award-winning series, films and documentaries on Netflix to the best in entertainment from now, including the latest blockbusters.
Charlie's Hughes, Matrix.
And unmissable shows.
I want to tell my story.
I am not doing this again. Cheers to making better choices, baby!
Along with all the sport you could want. Find all this and more all in one place with BTTV. It's entertainment united.
Welcome back, fans of both teams making their way to the London Stadium. Fair to say more from Grimsby, as you'd expect, although Solihull the slight favourites with the bookies. Grimsby perhaps with a greater weight of expectation given their history. I think that's fair. Becky Ives visited Lincolnshire earlier this week in the aftermath of that game at the racecourse.
What can Cropper pull out here? Does get great distance on it as expected! They've done it! Waterfall!
Running off trying to celebrate, but our fans are too far away. Cramped up in both legs.
They've nicked it! Right at the end!
I've never experienced emotion like it.
It's heaven for Hurst!
You don't really expect anything like that.
I'll be amazed if football ever replicates a game like that in the playoffs again.
You know, I came back to the club in January. I wasn't able to keep the club up. The club was in a little bit of a mess. The squad needed a lot of changes. I think that's been proven over the course of the time I've been here.
We had new owners which took over exactly a year ago, and we've been really clear as a board that we're building for the long term and that we're trying to do things values-led. You know, we want all of our team, all of our squad, all of our staff to feel incredibly valued. We don't want our players to feel like commodities.
We've got a really good squad, you know, if somebody doesn't play, somebody gets injured, we've got lads that are capable of coming in and doing just as good a job, which I think is really important, and that also helps on the training pitch. Lads know that there's people willing to come in and take the spot if they're not training properly and they're not up to the standards in games as well, so I think it helps.
Grimsby Town are going up. Finally, it's their time. Finally, it's their day.
All I would say is it's very fond memories from 2016. To finally achieve that promotion is something that will stay with me forever. It would be nice to add another one to it, you know, at the same football club. The experience is good from the point of view, nothing's really going to surprise me, nothing's going to faze me, but ultimately it doesn't guarantee anything. And while we'll have our part to play, ultimately again we go back to the players. How do the players handle the occasion?
And Solihull have done it through to the promotion final.
It's a tough game, of course it is. You don't get to a playoff final and I expect anything different. Neil's done a great job there. We've got a good team that play good football. I think it should be a good game to watch from a neutral's point of view. I look at it and think both teams have got goals in them. I'm not sure exactly what will happen, but I think it should be a good watch for people.
Probably say we're slight underdogs again, you know. I think Solihull finished third in the league for a reason. Over the course of the season they got more points, deservedly so. You know, we'll just be turning up, trying to give our best performance, and that hopefully gives us the best opportunity possible to win the game. Hopefully there'll be a big crowd there, hopefully our numbers will be fantastic, especially with the prices that have made it. It looks like our fans have made a wonderful effort to combat that, and hopefully we'll have as many there as possible to enjoy it if we do get promoted.
As a trust, we've been doing a lot around ticket pricing and making it affordable for families. Cost of living terrific for everybody. With the fans initiative, we've set up a pot of money for fans to be able to contribute to get fans that otherwise can't afford to get down there to be able to enjoy the day. Awful lot of donations come in, including a lot from Wrexham fans as well.
Our fans are absolutely amazing. It embodies everything about Grimsby and the surrounding area. It's that, you know, we talk about being greater together, and we are.
Well, it was incredible efforts there from the Mariners Trust. So the close. £20,000 being donated from Vanarama, the National League sponsor. Now look, everyone comes to town, so Lloyd will get to you in a moment. But first up, Jason Stockwood, the co-owner and chair of Grimsby Town Football Club, joins me right now. First up, let's just talk about the Mariners Trust, because that is an incredible effort, a triumph for the fans, which really shows how much this club means to those fans, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. When we thought about getting involved with the club last year, we knew the club meant a lot to the whole community. We're fans, and we knew that historically. But it's just been proven, right? And what happened in the last week or so is it's just testimony to the instincts that we thought that the club would really get behind, you know, what we were trying to do. But also lovely to see Christine Green, our fellow board member and chair of the trust, getting recognised in the Queen's Award. She'll hate me for saying that, by the way, but it's brilliant to see her recognised this week. She's done a brilliant job for us, but we really appreciate the support of all the community this week.
Absolutely, credit where credit is due. But look, how are you feeling about today's game? Because you've only been in charge 12 months. I appreciate you've spearheaded this, but even you surprised by how quickly this turnaround has happened?
It's genuinely been a really collective effort. I'm not sure to the question. It's you know, we thought we knew by putting a good team around us that the club has the potential to be, you know, go up through the divisions. But the reason we really want to get involved is that the club is really at the heart of towns like Grimsby. This thing about weaving the social fabric in a community, it matters more to us, I think, than other places. And so we're seeing that this year, but we're delighted. We're thrilled to be here, but it's only the beginning.
Well, Jason, you are looking incredibly calm here. Let's turn to the fans, because Lloyd Griffith has joined us. First up, I know you've done 2 nights at Nebworth, so thank you. Thank you for being here. How are you feeling?
A mix of emotions. Some due to Nebworth, but some, a lot due to here. Like, you can hear that. Like, that's in there at the moment. A lot of nerves. You know, we've been the underdog for the last 2 games. We're coming into the final. I'd say underdog again against a really, really good team. So, yeah, I haven't really slept much for the last 4 days due to a number of things. But, yeah, today it's going to be big.
It certainly is. You barely miss a Grimsby Town game. The last 2 games in the playoffs, how were the heart rate? What was going through your mind?
I mean, I'm not a fit man as it is. So I was with Rob Beckett, my friend, who came to the Wrexham game. He was a last-minute replacement. And he just kept asking me, how's your heart rate? I was like, I've never felt it go that quick before. And that's testament to the team. Do you know what I mean? That they've given it all for 120 minutes. Do you know what I mean? To last 2 games, 120 minutes. That doesn't happen that often. So, yeah, it's going to be hopefully not another test today for over 120. 90 would be lovely if that's right. I mean, if we can be 4-0 up by 12 minutes, that'd be absolutely great. If that's okay.
All right, we'll see what we can do for you this afternoon, gentlemen. Enjoy this. Best of luck to you. We're all excited.
Indeed we are. Thank you, Becky, and indeed to Lloyd and to Jason. Let's talk a little bit about the manager, Chris.
Yeah.
So you'll have a good perspective on that. You've got obviously a connection to the town, managed yourself, doing that again now. He's obviously a good manager, Paul Hurst, but is he also a good fit for this club?
Yeah, he is, yeah. He's seen the good and the bad. And a great piece there, wasn't it? Just showing what it means to the community, and it does mean everything. And the club will work so hard to make it work for a lot of fans coming here today. But he's had the sort of pressure of getting the club up, because in that area it is a pressure cooker. I went up twice with the club, consecutive seasons promoted, and it was unbelievable. And the town need it. The people need it there. I'd go as far as to say there'll probably be a baby boom of town go up today, but but it means so much, and it does to all of the clubs. Don't get me wrong. Every football club in this league means a lot to the community. He's had the bad times. He suffered last season. I know he did because I've spoken to him. But this is a good reward. And if he can top it off today, it will be one heck of a turnaround. Because, as I say, going down after spending 5 years with Hursty trying to get up was a terrible moment. So I hope, Solihull deserve it if they win it, of course. But I hope for the town, because I'm a local lad, that they can do it and get over the line.
He clearly works on set pieces, Liam. Every manager wants goals from set pieces. They're so valuable. There's been a lot of them, not least from Grimsby in the playoffs. Are they going to be a factor today?
Yeah, 100%. In terms of, with in-game stuff, they're going to be neck and neck. There's not too much to pick between them. But as you've seen in that, in that game of the day, it was vital that you put the ball in dangerous areas. You're going to cause a problem for people. Yeah. You can see here on the movement from Manny de Saruve there to move forward and take his man away and get behind him. It's a great header. It's a great delivery first off to get it in that space. And similarly, it's an absolute weapon. It comes in flat. It comes in with pace, and there's not a lot you can do. What Grimsby do really well is work a small block. Yeah. It gets him free, and Luke Waterfall plants the header in the bottom corner. It's a great header, and it's well rehearsed. And I mentioned it earlier, to do it in that kind of moment, that time of the game, it is brilliant, and that's what you get your dividends from the training sessions that you do week in, week out.
Yeah, and as you say, and we'll go on to discuss, Solihull are also very dangerous from those same set pieces at the other end, clearly. But Solihull play football, so will the likes of Ben Fox have to work as hard as they have the last 4 hours of play to keep them at bay?
Most definitely. They're going to have to work as hard as they've worked all season to go on and win this game, because the way Solihull pass the ball, the way they move it, their rotations are so good that you have to stay with your men. You have to track runners. You sometimes have to do the job of 2 men just to contain them. So going out in a final, you have to do your job and your mate's job as well. And if Fox is able to do that, which he's proven, he's proven throughout the season that he's got the ability to do that, he's going to have to do that today in order for Grimsby to get something.
You'd hope he's been somewhere between ice bath and cotton wool for much of the last 6 days. He'll be needed, as will his fellow midfielders. Of course, Grimsby are kind of used to this. This is their 5th playoff final and 3rd at this level. For Solihull, though, uncharted territory, it's fair to say. Victory over Chesterfield last week, their first ever post-season success. And now, after an already extraordinary season, they find themselves within touching distance of the ultimate prize. We'll talk Moors next.
This is Google Pixel for your not-so-routine morning routine. Your traditions that are always getting better. Your flair, your final little touches. The things that make you who you are. Make this phone what it is. Google Pixel 6.
Ready yourself, Willis.
What?
There are possibilities to ponder. Traps we mustn't trip. But we knew only snaring the best price would end our quest. Jupiter's glove box!
Hello. Get straight to unbeatable prices on nearly new cars. Get straight to Motorpoint, in-store or at motorpoint.co.uk.
Spectacular.
Tired of clean clothes that lose their freshness too soon? Now they can smell fresh for weeks. Add Lenore Unstoppable's in-wash scent boosters directly into the drum before every wash and enjoy non-stop freshness that lasts and lasts. Lenore Unstoppables, non-stop freshness for weeks.
Getting into your flow. It's all about how you start. New Gillette Labs with exfoliating bar clears a path on your skin before the blades for effortless shaving and exfoliation in one stroke. Because when you start in flow, you're quicker to your best. Put your best face forward with the new Gillette Labs range. Gillette, the best a man can get.
The Whopper. 100% British and Irish beef with an affection for flame. Only at Burger King.
Nobody can kick it like these guys can. Get ready for a weekend of football taken to a whole new level with 6 finals live from St George's Park. Featuring partially sighted, amputee, blind, cerebral palsy, power chair and deaf football. So join us and some of the best ballers in the country.
One of the moments of this competition.
For the FA Disability Cup on BT Sport.
Welcome back. This is undoubtedly the biggest day in the history of Solihull Moors. They're not that old, in fairness. Their fans are here, hoping to see them reach the Football League for the first time. Jeff Brazier was in the West Midlands for us this week to find out more about the club's remarkable rise.
Solihull can keep on dreaming through to the promotion final.
When I took this job, obviously been at Wimbledon at Notts, a lot of people raised eyebrows, you know, some family, friends. It was a little bit like, I refer it to the Accrington Stanley advert, who are they?
To get Solihull to the Football League would probably be the biggest achievement of his managerial career yet, Neil Ardley.
Neil Ardley became available and I spoke to him straight away. I told him about the project, the vision, and you know, it's a multi-year plan. Myself and Tim Murphy, the deputy chairman, we're in this for the long haul, and it's not about this season or next season. It's about building the club over the next 20 years. It's starting to evidence to me the true potential of the club in terms of building fan base. We had 400 supporters 5 years ago, so we're sort of acquiring fans one by one, and this is something that can catapult us into increased crowds for next season, whether we're in this division or hopefully League Two.
I remember training behind the stadium on a patch of grass, 4 years ago, and to where we're at now with this brilliant training facility and developments happening at the stadium all the time, new players coming in and out. It's been a good journey.
Let's go through the game through the base skips, just kicking it out.
We've kind of flown under the radar this season. There's not been too much outside pressure on us. It's just been the demands that we set on ourselves.
Harrogate are going up. Notts County beaten at the last.
It's not very nice playing in front of no crowd at Wembley. I think I took from that was a horrible, horrible feeling that day. I thought we froze on the day at Notts. I've always tried to keep my lads relaxed. Make sure that it's intense. I feel this group should be full of confidence. We'll find out on the day.
Beating them twice doesn't really have an impact in this game leading up to it. They're going to be super up for it, and so are we. So we've got to concentrate on making sure that we perform on the day. I think if we perform on the day, I think we could be quietly confident.
First date.
Yeah, I'll leave you to it.
Could I access my savings instantly without fees to buy this?
Sure. Plus get 1% cash back when you use your Chase debit card. Say hello to rewarding banking. Chase.
I love the extra support of Skechers Arch Fit. The Arch Shape insole has podiatrist certified arch support. Plus, they look great and they're machine washable.
The doomsday clock might be out of time.
What's the plan?
Whatever happened, that's the plan. We're on the verge of extinction.
Let's all try to stay positive.
See, not so bad.
I'm on the next level, yeah. I know you heard about it. You know I'm about it, and don't you ever doubt it. I'm incomparable. That's why they staring low. Turn up the stereo. Check it out, check it out, check it out. You ain't seen nothing like this. Nobody do it like this.
Sorry, how do I invest?
With confidence. It's not about how, it's about who will. Choose those who help you see future horizons and guide you through the unknown. This is the secret.
Invest the simple way. Visit moneyfarm.com.
Homelander's lost his mind. It's up to us.
What are we seeing tonight? What a punch! I don't know what I'm saying.
Here we go. The action starts now.
He's gone down. No, Pepe. Must have been a lot. I don't really cry.
We did it again.
This is what he does.
It's your job.
My job, yeah. Oh my word! How has that happened?
Less than 20 minutes to kick off here at the London Stadium. What are the team news and how are the manager's nerves? Shortly we'll hear from Neil Ardley with Jeff Brazier. First though, Paul Hurst, the Grimsby manager, with Becky Ice.
Well, Paul, we're here in the London Stadium. The game is arrived. How's the last 24 hours been?
Good, nice and relaxed. Everything went smoothly until trying to get in. A bit of trouble getting into the stadium, but we're here now and you know, a fantastic stadium, fantastic occasion, two good teams. Obviously, we're hoping that it can go our way.
Well, look, you're trying to go back up at the first time of asking. What does this game mean to the squad today?
I think it's more than the squad. Obviously, it means a lot to them, but it's to the owners, it's to the football club and the community as a whole. You know, the last couple of seasons have been difficult for different reasons. And now it's a chance to get back to league in front of a big following. We've had great support all season. And it'd be great to see these cheering and send them home with a smile on the face again.
240 minutes of game time you've had to do to get here, and you've named the same starting lineup again. But how important is the squad as a whole during these games?
Massively, in terms of the mood, in terms of training. The sort of impact that we've seen from the players that have come off the bench in these games has been massive. So it's a big collective effort, and it's not just the last couple of games and today. It's almost been a year. Because of such a long season it's been. I think we're all ready for a rest, but
when you're one defeat in your last 23 games, I'm guessing the preparations take care of themselves.
Yeah, of course they do. You know, we're here now, one more push. We don't need to try and change too much or be clever with it. So we'll go out. If they can handle the occasion, then hopefully they'll put their best foot forward.
Both sides coming into this with a different kind of momentum. Obviously, Grimsby over the last two games. What's likely to separate the two sides today?
I don't know. It's a final. Finals can be cagey sometimes. You know, they've got to handle the occasion. Everyone knows this is the last shot. You know, Grimsby were 10 seconds away from their season ending at Notts, and they've pulled it around. So they're going to think that, you know, their name's on the trophy. We're in great form. Let's just hope the best team on the day wins.
Set plays have been a key component of the playoffs so far, especially for Grimsby. You had 2 successes of your own in the semi-final as well. Is it something have you particularly paid more attention to ahead of this one?
Not really. We've focused on, you know, we've defended them reasonably well all season. I don't want to tempt fate, but the boys go and do their jobs. And, you know, at both ends of the box, we've just got to put our bodies on the line, embrace the pressure that set pieces bring. You know, they've got a long throw. We know that. They used it well at Wrexham, and we've got to deal with that as well. So it's like I say, it's part of football.
Well, because of that run, because of the form you come into this game in, is there a sense of if you just play your game that Solihull Moors will be a Football League club by the end of this afternoon?
I don't think it's that easy. I wish it was, but what I have said to the lads is you don't lose 1 in 23 if you haven't got good habits. So just continue with your good habits, play the game with the freedom that we've given you all through the season, and, you know, don't be scared to lose the game.
Well, no surprises. I think it's fair to say, fellas, that neither manager has seen fit to change a winning formula. Both teams unchanged from their semi-finals. Big pitch, looks like a lovely surface on which to pass and play. Chris, when John McAtee's fit, Grimsby play well. Is that fair?
Absolutely, yeah. That coincided with their dip in form, didn't it? Partway through the season, where they just stuttered a little bit, and he wasn't fit. He couldn't get in the team. He's both, isn't he? He drops in and receives in pockets of space, so centre halves aren't sure whether to go with him or not. Then he'll make forward runs, gets in behind, works his socks off, and most importantly, scores vital goals at important times. None more so than what we've seen recently. You know, some of the strikes from distance have been incredible. Very, very, very good season. Would have been even better.
On the floor there, Liam.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to look back at that, because that defending, it's just not good enough, is it? But that's what I noticed out of these finishes. When you get through on goal, sometimes you can freeze a little bit. On that one there, he's waited, the keeper's open his legs, he's gone through them. On mine, I've come at him at pace, he's come inside. And then on this one, you know, it's an unbelievable strike. You know, one thing you probably think there is, you know, that's not going to be a goal. He takes the shot, he takes the chance, and it's in the back of the net, so yeah.
Now, Joe Zabara, even younger at 23, don't know where he plays, not sure which foot he uses. I know he's a good player.
Unbelievable player. You know, he's probably the most technically gifted, or if not in the top 3 in the division. You know, he's a player that he's just got so much. It's his footballing brain that it really impresses me. Yes, he can strike a ball lovely. His movement's brilliant, but his footballing brain as well is, for such a small player, he uses his body really well. He gets himself in really good areas, and then once he gets the opportunity to let one go or get in front of goal, he's devastating in front of goal. And the partnership that he's struck up with Dallas this season has obviously been a huge reason why Solihull are where they are. But for me, he's definitely one of the, if not the best player in this division.
Yeah, looks like Chris has invited a few from the northeast. Grimsby here in fine number. Solihull are also out in force at the London Stadium. And let's face it, the Moors are the side in form. 6 straight wins, 1 defeat in 23. And of course they did do Solihull, did do Grimsby twice this season in the regular season. But as the last couple of weeks have shown, if you're a Mariner, anything can and often does happen in the playoffs. Kick-off, not far away.
action with Wimbledon Uncovered in 360. Powered by Vodafone. Available on wimbledon.com. Vodafone, official connectivity partner of Wimbledon.
Available to stream exclusively on Disney+.
You know that concert I was telling you about? Well, I was so close to the stage when I saw her, and she pulled me in. It was so unexpected.
The coolest thing I've ever seen. It was such a scene, but I look pretty hot.
It was so hot. I mean, the look on his face.
Face it. You really missed out on the best
time of our lives. You really had to be there.
When you're with Amex, you always have a story to tell. It's never a question of if it's going to happen, it's when.
Life isn't meant to be a struggle. Let your garage door do all the work. Get an electric roller door from Garola. Enjoy easy access with a fully fitted roller door from just $8.95. And we'll even take your old garage door away. Book a free survey now. There's no salesman, no pressure, and no hidden extras. All prices are on our website. Go to garola.co.uk or call free on 0808 22 55 895 today.
Hello, Garola!
Don't let erectile dysfunction make you impotent. Do something about erectile dysfunction. Clinically proven, discreetly delivered. Order today at Newman.com.
This is the shape of things to come. 100% electric, up to 274 miles on a single charge. 0% leather. Pixel light technology. With Google built in. Meet the Volvo C40 Recharge.
Right now at Benson's for Beds, save up to 50%, plus an extra 10% if you spend over £650. Benson's for Beds, sleep made better.
I mean, when we get those keys, it's going to be such a relief, isn't it?
A relief, but also like all that work we've put in to get to that position. But even for the kids and stuff now, it'll be beautiful for them to be able to say, Mum and Dad have done that. They've got their own place. No, exactly. Like even for like as an inspiration, it's great to get there, isn't it? Like to be able to say, this is our home.
Yeah, no, of course, it's a big achievement.
First rule of Fight Club. We don't care about the first rule of Fight Club, nor the second one. This is triple title fight night with BT Sports, and we're telling everyone, we've got heart-pounding UFC.
I'm coming home with the bell, baby.
Plus young Brits Liam Davis and Mark Leach clash, and the UK's Triple D hits America hard.
Fight fans, get ready.
It's triple title fight night on BT Sport. You've been told.
That's what they're playing for, that trophy, and of course what it means. It means promotion, it means a future in the Football League. Once again for Grimsby, or for the first time ever for Solihull Moors. Chris, you see it for your own team?
Yeah, I do. I think the momentum's with them, and they've had some unbelievable moments in the last couple of weeks. It means so much to the community, and it's a special occasion for the fans again, so I'm rooting for them. Solihull deserve winners, of course, but I have to go with my hometown club.
Aaron?
Promotion is the best thing that you can have. It's the best feeling. It's something that I've been lucky enough to have a few times and will stay with me forever. So I don't think I can pick a winner today, but for whichever team goes out and produces the goods today, then they deserve it, because both teams have been brilliant this season.
Nicely put, although regular viewers will not be shocked to hear Aaron can't quite decide even now who might win. Liam, put us out of our misery.
Yeah, I'll just echo what Aaron said there. It's the moment that you work hard all season. Your family's here, the crowd's filling up. It's brilliant. What an atmosphere. I'd love to be here myself and play. I just feel there's not too much to separate between the teams. It'll be tough to call. I think the way that Solihull finished the season, they've got the form, but you could never write off a Grimsby fight back. So for me, I'm going to go with that one and sit on the fence and not upset anyone. But listen, we want the season. We don't want the season to finish, so extra time is brilliant for me.
It's a good point, actually. It's been quite the season, quite the post-season. They deserve the big finale. Looks like they're going to get it here at the London Stadium. Great scenes as the players emerge. Deliver, please. Give us what we all crave. There can only be one winner, but let's have a game, eh? Let's have a right good go. In the company of Kevin Davis and Adam Somerson. Afternoon again, fellas.
Afternoon, Matt. Afternoon, everyone. Are these the days as a football fan that you'll either remember forever or want to forget by tomorrow? The National League promotion final, a fixture that is brilliantly brutal, as pressurised as they come. It is all or nothing. It is triumph or defeat. A season's work at stake, futures dependent on it. An occasion that can both inspire and intimidate. Solihull's players aim to make history. Grimsby's wish not to be weighed down by it. We could see a first Football League promotion or an immediate return to that particular promised land. The players will now be introduced to the presentation party. Jack Pearce, the National League chairman, Andy Alderson, the MD of the league's title sponsor, Vanarama, and Mark Ives, the general manager of the National League. Kevin Davis alongside me. Kevin, you've played in a playoff final. That was to reach the championship with Preston. You'll know how these players are feeling right now.
Yeah, it's a mixture of emotions now for these players. They'll have been dreaming, there'll be sleepless nights, there'll be thoughts and dreams of scoring winning goals, but it's ultimately about lifting that trophy and getting into the Football League. So they'll take all the emotions in now. They'll be trying to look for their families, they'll be thinking about the game plan, and once that whistle goes, they'll be ready to go.
It could be a cracking game, this, couldn't it?
Oh, two very good teams, very good footballing teams, scoring goals. It's got it all. It's got the making of a great game, this, for the neutral as well. The two best teams in the playoffs, you'd have to say they deserve to be here. It makes for a cracking game. Really looking forward to this one, Adam.
Oh, we've had 19 goals in the 4 playoff games so far. Will this one deliver entertainment as well today? There is every chance of it. This is two sides who are full of goals. Of course, it is the Jubilee weekend, and we'll now pause for the national anthem to be performed by Martin Toll. Fantastic noise at the London Stadium, such anticipation within the crowds. Two clubs whose supporters have turned out in their droves today, hoping to see their team reach the promised land of the Football League. Let's have a look at the teams then. Paul Hurst has named the same Grimsby 11 that began both their previous playoff matches. It includes mid-season signing Gavin Holohan, who won last season's promotion final with Hartlepool. John McAtee, the team's top scorer and player of the year. He scored one and made two in the semi-final win over Wrexham. 23-year-old youth graduate Harry Clifton was on the fringes of the Grimsby squad when they last won promotion in 2016. Solihull are unchanged from the side that began last weekend's semi-final win over Chesterfield. So much of their threat comes from Dallas and Sabara, who between them scored just over 46% of their side's league goals this season. Sabara is one of 2 Solihull players named in the National League Team of the Year. The other is left-back Harry Boyes, who's on loan from Sheffield United. Kevin Davis is alongside me today, and this, Kevin, is how we expect them to set up tactically.
Yeah, look at the 2 teams here. You look at the Grimsby 2, Fox and Holohan. You think that they're going to have a very disciplined afternoon in front of that back 4. You look at the firepower, the 5 attacking players for Solihull Moors, Hudlin, Dallas, Barnett, Maycock, Sabara will all look to rotate and make attacking runs. So they're going to have a big game and allow that front 3-4 of Grimsby.
The National League title winner with Cheltenham back in 2016, looking to do it via the playoffs this time with Solihull. Our referee today is Martin Woods, taken charge of 13 National League matches this season, showed 43 yellow cards, just the 2 red though. And there is the man, really the hero of the semi-final for Grimsby, the captain, Luke Waterfall, scored twice against his former club Wrexham. That final 4 tie, one of the craziest games of football I think I've ever seen, and so for another one today, although it would have to go some to live up to that semi-final at the racecourse. This the 20th National League promotion final. Few football matches come with greater pressure. There are bigger games, there are more glamorous occasions, but in terms of what it means to the clubs and the fans involved and how it affects future direction, not much can match this. A much sought after place in the EFL for the winner. Far have come from set pieces, something that both sides will have been preparing for, that particular threat. And it's Solihull with the first opportunity from a corner, just under a minute and a half gone at London Stadium. It looked to be a particular vulnerability from set pieces about Grimsby. What was a win in the end for them at the racecourse, as it's towards the near post and flipped on dangerously. They struggled to get it clear, and the shot was by Howe, one of the centre-halves who scored in the semi-final.
Yeah, a similar corner to the one we saw them score against Chesterfield. A short corner. Goodger with the initial header. Poor clearance in the end from Smith, and just stabs it in. They managed to scramble it away for another corner.
Waterfall was the player who was turning his back on that. There were several appeals for a penalty there, but early pressure here from Solihull, sent into the danger zone again, but it's a free kick to Grimsby, and it's certainly Solihull looking to do the pushing early on.
Yeah, really positive start from Solihull, putting the pressure on early. We know they're a real threat from set pieces, and there Luke Waterfall will go on his game, not defensively, but he's also scored a few goals this season as well, so
Paul Hurst admitted recently that, in his own words, Grimsby were in a bit of a mess when he took over the club last season. Lots of changes to the squad were required. Could he guide them back to the Football League for a second time? Did it back in 2016 when they beat Forest Green in the final that year. After several near misses before that, the challenge comes in from Fox on Hudlin. Fox, I have to say, has been excellent in the playoffs so far for Grimsby. The midfield battle could be so important today, because you look at the likes of Maycock as well, Adam, he was excellent in the playoffs too.
Yeah, it's interesting out there, they're almost matched up, aren't they? So you see Holohan and Fox up against Maycock and Sabara. You look Storer just to try and take care of McAtee, so it's going to be key battles out there. Whoever's going to win the most battles will go on to win this game, but it's been a good start. Just a high boo there from Kyle Hudlin, all 6'9" of him.
He's a confident lad. He was saying in an interview recently, the opposition are put off just seeing me get off the team bus. Says the mental battle is already won. He was, I think, probably referring to his imposing presence at 6'9", the tallest player in the top 5 English leagues.
Yeah, it's how you play him. Show Waterfall and Smith, they'll look to get tight, maybe try and get him underneath the ball and just try and take him out of the game. But his hold-up play is good as well. He is tall, but he brings those attacking players into the game really well, and then it allows them to really spring in behind.
Harry Boyes then to take the throw in, the only player on the pitch who was both in the official National League Team of the Year and Adam Virgo's Team of the Year as well. Dallas, first chance for him really to stretch his legs. Maycock's arriving on the edge of the box. He's got great pace. Dallas is using it too. And look for Maycock. That really is an early glimpse of what he's capable of down that flank. Sousa now at the other end for Grimsby, put into touch by Howe.
Take him out of the game, but his hold-up play is good as well. He is tall, but he brings those attacking players into the game really well, and then it allows them to really spring in behind.
Harry Boyes then to take the throw in, the only player on the pitch who was both in the official National League Team of the Year and Adam Virgo's Team of the Year as well. Dallas, first chance for him really to stretch his legs. Maycock's arriving on the edge of the box. He's got great pace. Dallas is using it too. And look for Maycock. That really is an early glimpse of what he's capable of down that flank. Sousa now at the other end for Grimsby, put into touch by Howe. Boyes. Hovland, the shorter pass to Dallas, and now Sabara. Sabara with the pass. Clark's a long way forwards. Barnett will cross. It's tied it up by furthest forward is Taylor. Shorter pass is played though to Clifton. Here come Grimsby. Taylor. McAtee makes the run beyond him. Solihull have got plenty back. Fox.
See Taylor there looking for support from his wide players. Waiting for Amos to make that forward run. We saw Fox and Holohan there. We talked about them being really, staying in those midfield areas, and they're not looking to come out there too early at the moment. You'd expect one of them to maybe try and make the box, but in the early exchange in this game, they're just sitting in those midfield areas.
Sabara spotted the movement from Dallas. Right, Barnett comes out now to Sousa. Given away rather cheaply, and there was the trip there by Cropper on Dallas. It's just going to be, it would seem, a free kick, no yellow card for Cropper.
Yeah, just losing possession there, Grimsby. Just a little tug there on Jude Dallas or on Cropper. It's the last thing you want to be doing against this Solihull team, giving cheap free kicks away. It's a really dangerous area for them.
It's a long chat here with Cropper, who's, in terms of the booking, been given the benefit of the doubt there by Martin Woods.
In and lose it. It's a great position for them. They've got a man on the edge of the box free as well.
Will it be the left boot of Boys or the right of Sabara? A mass of players towards the edge of that 6-yard box. Broken fractionally off his line. It is Boys who swings it in. It's not that ball back. It was Fox who put it behind for the corner.
Yeah, decent delivery from Boys. About Ben Fox there, takes up a good position. It's another corner for Solihull. They've had the better of the start in this game.
Just offering a little bit more going forward. Floated in by Sabara, and the header goes wide, but not too far wide. Great delivery there, and it was one of the two centre-halves who scored in the semi-final who nearly repeated the feat there. How going close?
Yeah, this is just a floated ball in. There's a few anxious looks there over the shoulders, and
should say a Harrogate side that lost that eliminator against Fyle back in 2019. A better look in the playoffs this season.
I think those are the experiences players, managers, coaches, fans you all learn from. You want to put them right in the next game. It's about the here and the now.
Paul Hurst was saying, in light of his experience of guiding Grimsby up via a National League promotion final in 2016, that nothing will surprise him today.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly the best way to go. Having experienced it a couple of times myself, and you know, whether it's Wembley or here, that's what it gets you to the next level as a club, as a player. And lots of things will change on the back of this result. Players' contracts, as the manager see them as a League Two player or a National League player. So much riding on the outcome of this result.
Taylor, could be a chance here for Grimsby. Solihull look a little bit stretched. McAtee got to it, but there was the foul. And it's a free kick here to Solihull. But it seems, though, Kevin, that Grimsby are going to be relatively happy for Solihull to have more of the ball and then to hit them on the counter.
Yeah, it looks that way. That's a great example of what Solihull do there. Ryan Barnett's playing the right of the front three, tracking all the way back, making life difficult for Grimsby, picking up the foul, allows them to go on and play again. The work ethic and the organisation Neil Ardley's done with this team has been outstanding.
Says Neil Ardley that in terms of budget, and no manager is ever happy with their budget. I know that from talking to plenty of them over the years, but he said, look, in terms of budget, we're a mid-table team.
We all say that, don't we?
Yeah. Have you ever spoken to one who's been happy with their budget?
See what Hargreaves gets next year, shall we?
Yeah, Yeovil boss, part of our team today. Here's Holohan. McAtee. Smith. Fox. Smith again, who's been a real success story on loan from Hull City. McAtee, who's given licence to roam, looks for Souza. Sabara picks it up for Solihull. Movement either side of him. Just about managed to keep hold of that. Dallas. Boys getting forward in support. Sabara shows inside. Got the shout clearly from Boys, but couldn't quite get the pass to him. Get the feeling Cropper's going to have his hands full down that Grimsby right.
He certainly is. As soon as the ball, you see any good sort of possession in the middle third, they can switch the ball there. Storer with a wonderful switch of play. You see these Solihull fullbacks, they love to get forward, try and cause those overloads in those areas. Dallas just sold him a little bit short there. They've got plenty of legs, plenty of runners. What I like about the Solihull team, they can hurt you in different ways.
Boys, Dallas showed down the line. Here he is, former Rangers youth graduate, saying this is the biggest game of his life. I'm sure there are plenty on the pitch who would say that. So much riding on this. As Kevin just said, futures of individual players in both the clubs. A lot of pressure to deal with. Storer.
Both teams working really hard against the ball, Adam. It's been good in and out of possession. Polhurst defensively, they've looked okay. They just need to try and get one or two more players breaking forward when they get the opportunity. Try and support Ryan Taylor, John McAtee. Just need a bit more, and a few more forward runs from them. Just trying to grow into the game.
Solihull was certainly the form side coming into the playoffs. They've now won 6 in a row. Their best run of the season has come at a good time for them. Grimsby in good shape too, though, since losing, ironically, to Solihull on the 22nd of March. They've only been beaten once in 12 games. Whilst they had to go to extra time twice, 2 great performances in the playoffs as well. I suppose you wonder, don't you, Kevin, how much that's taken out of them physically, the fact they've gone to extra time twice.
Yeah, I think this week will all have been about sort of rest and recuperation early on, and then sort of grow into the week and start. You know, both managers know how they're going to play, how they're going to set up. You probably didn't expect any changes, so everybody knows what they've got to do. It's just all about the recovery, I think, and getting them right mentally. Solihull probably slightly fresher, having had a couple of weeks break before the Chesterfield game, but winning games in the manner that just breeds confidence and belief within the group as well. So it's just finally poised, it really is.
Even I was shattered at the end of the Wrexham game and I didn't kick a ball.
That was unbelievable, wasn't it? Again, but just you can imagine the feeling in that dressing room afterwards. It's almost like it's written in the stars for you.
Yeah.
But this is a tough Solihull team to crack, so it's just the making of a great game. And like I say, nearly 20 minutes in, we're expecting it to be tighter than those previous games, that's for sure.
Fox was huddling, who tried to pick it off him, protected the ball well though, the number 4. Dallas only has Hudlin really up in support with him at the moment. One-time challenge by the hard-working Holohan. McAtee. Cropper. Fox. Clifton. Youth graduate at Grimsby, was born in the town. Holohan. Fox. Nice approach play this by the Mariners. It's played in towards Clifton. I thought for a second it might run through to McAtee, but it was Storer who got it clear. Good period of possession this for Grimsby. Clifton went down. The challenge by Clark.
Just gets a little bit too tight here, James Clark. Just a little shove in the back there, you can see it. Earns the foul. Good area, opportunity to get those centre halves up. Smith, Waterfall. 9 goals I think he's had this season, hasn't he? So what a season he's had.
There's 7 in the regular season. And 2 in that incredible win over Wrexham as well. Who can Amos pick out here? Got an assist in that match at the racecourse. Amos. Hudlin back defending for Solihull. It was Clark, the man who gave away the free kick, who headed it clear. Still plenty on the edge of the box here, though. Souza. It's Cropper who put the cross in. Cropper looks to win it back and then goes down. There was certainly a tangle of legs. Solihull player involved was Maycock, but the referee disinterested. This is the best period of possession, the most pressure we've seen though from the Mariners. Lovely ball wide now to Souza. Taylor waits in the box, towards him it went. Again it didn't run for McAtee, but in comes the shot. Challenge was towards the edge of the box. Now, complaints from both sets of players here, but it is going to be Solihull's ball.
Yeah, good play from Grimsby. Souza with the ball here. You look, he had one option in the box. Taylor, he's onside. Roll like that against Wrexham, didn't he? And it falls kindly to the edge of the box. But they're just looking for maybe a deflection. Here's a penalty appeal. Just leaves a leg there, doesn't he? Maycock. We've seen those given, that's for sure. It's clumsy. Just steals in there on the blind side, doesn't he?
It is worth reminding you, there is no VAR in operation here. And I wonder how complicated that could have got for Solihull had there been VAR in operation. I guess if you're to look at it defending the Solihull point of view, you would say that maybe the leg is left-hanging. I don't know how much of a defence that is.
Yeah, well, he's drawn the contact, hasn't he? So, like you say, forcing that bracket, seen them given, doesn't it? So the referee has to be sure in this kind of game, 100% on giving those big decisions.
Let's have another look at this. Interesting to hear the views of the guys at half-time as well.
Yeah, he just sneaks in on the blind side, doesn't he? I think this was a shot for the potential corner, wasn't it? Deflected, but big call to make for him there, Martin Woods.
We will have another look at that in a moment.
Yeah, it's a little flick there, isn't it? There's certainly plenty of contact there. See the assistant on this near side, got a great view of it as well. I don't think he knows he's there. I've seen them given, that's for sure.
First time in 6 matches, by the way, that Solihull haven't scored in the opening 15 minutes. It's almost 25 now. Goalless so far in this promotion final. Just to let you know that next weekend we have the FA Disability Cup finals. Live from St George's Park, our coverage starts at 10 AM. That's on BT Sport 1. Hudlin's header. Smith got the shout from Croker. Just took his eye off it for a second there, Cropper. I want to talk about vulnerability of Grimsby maybe from set pieces, but they haven't conceded a goal from open play yet in the playoffs. The 5 goals against them have come from 3 set pieces and 2 penalties. Tough as to keep out Solihull today. They've scored 3 or more goals in each of their last 5 matches. Hasn't been quite clicking for them as of yet, though, in the final third. It's Grimsby who've been perhaps putting on a bit more pressure in the last 5 minutes. We've got Fight Night Live to look forward to. Brian against Dubois, Saturday, 7 o'clock for that on BT Sport 1. And then we have UFC 275, Teixeira against Prohaska, BT Sport 1, Saturday night, 1 AM. Really good night for fight fans now. Amos, Smith. Waterfall. Fox. A brief loan spell with today's opposition. Ben Fox. Waterfall looking for perhaps Taylor. Clifton's there as well. Declined by Howe to win it for Solihull. Forward it goes to Hudlin. It's been given away here. And here's the danger man, Dallas. Can he find the room for the shot? He did, and it was deflected. It's a great save and Maycock couldn't quite get there quickly enough, but what a stop that was by Crocombe.
Well, Ben Fox will be mightily relieved here. See what he's trying to do, but just gets too much on it, and then Dallas is away. Uses his pace, he's got Sabara in support, just looks to move it. It's a wicked deflection, and what a save there from Max Crocombe. Awful deflection there off the thigh of Cropper, and he does unbelievable to palm that one away. Great save.
Fantastic reaction save that from Crocombe. He pulled off one of the best saves I've seen this season as well in the semi-final. He's surrounded here though, the New Zealand international. Solihull threatening over the head of Hudlin. Punch clear by Crocombe. Now maybe the counter-attack's on. Solihull rushing numbers back. Grimsby looking to get them forwards. Pass didn't find Sousa though. Howe. Gudger. Maycock. Space out wide. Sabara. Gudger. Gudger was saying ahead of this game that the away win they got at Grimsby in March, in which they came from behind, was the time of the season where they really started to believe, Solihull, that this group was good enough to get promoted. Do you remember times in a season, Kevin, when you do almost individually and collectively get that feeling that this could be your year?
I think
I had to laugh when I heard Neil Ardley talking about the reaction that he got from friends and family when he took the job at Solihull. Some felt that he was unfairly let go by Notts County, but he said the reaction he got was raised eyebrows from some of his friends and family, and he compared it to that famous milk advert, Accrington Stanley, who are they? Is how he worded it. But he's done a brilliant job, hasn't he?
He has, yeah. He's got enough experience now, and I think sometimes where you go and speak to a club, they tell you about this, where the club's going, the direction, the infrastructure, and I think you buy into that as a player or a coach, and I think that's what you really want to sign for the club, really. And he's done a great job, and he's so close now, getting him into the league for the first time. What a story that would be for them.
What a contrast here. 111 seasons Grimsby have had in the Football League. They would consider it their rightful home. As Kevin says, Solihull have never played at that level. Could this be their day? McAtee though for the Mariners. Taylor in the box. Clifton's in there as well. McAtee plays pass to Holohan and came off Gudger, and now Sousa just overran it.
It's a good joy in the wide areas, Grimsby. Sousa on this right hand side. Clever player. Spots the run of Holohan, who released himself this time from midfield. Probably do that a little bit more. A bit more Fox taking in turns.
Sousa, the player who couldn't quite get to that then, was once part of a Tranmere side that beat Solihull 9-0 back in 2017. I suspect it will be much tighter today. We've had just over half an hour. Still await the opening goal in this promotion final. Flicked on by Taylor. Howe was there for Solihull. Was that kept in? He says yes. Now Fox is flagged offside.
Just runs a bit early there, doesn't he? Does that really well there. Ben Fox picks up those second balls and then looks to drive.
There is the Solihull chairman, Darryl Eales. I don't know whether maybe he was trying to take the pressure off the players and Neil Ardley ahead of his interview that we brought you before the game. Was fascinating when he said it's about planning for the next 20 years, not just this season or next season. There's Jason Stopwoods, the Grimsby Town chairman. He says whatever happens this season, the thing that you really take from it as a win is that his 10, his son, his young son, has decided that he's a Grimsby Town fan now.
That makes it worthwhile, doesn't it? The two good owners there, hearts of the clubs forefront there, and I think it must be great for the managers to work for owners like that. The reassurance, there's a plan in place, yes, we can get there ahead of schedule, great. It's about building the fan base and the infrastructure, the training grounds, the quality of the squad. We've gone about it the right way.
We'll do it all again next season. It's an earlier start as well, of course, with the World Cup in the winter. Everybody's getting started earlier than normal. 6th of August, our first live National League game of next season. Maycock. Clifton. Plenty getting forward here for Grimsby. Lovely ball to pick out Sosa from Holohan. In towards Taylor, just taken away from him, and McAtee was there, and Clifton was there, and Holohan hit it. Body's in the way. Got the job done though, Solihull. Hudlin. Now Solihull threatened at the other end. Dallas looking to support him. Hudlin couldn't get the pass to Barnett. Game stretched. Amos down for Grimsby.
I think the Grimsby players are potentially looking for a penalty. This is, you can see, that's for me this contact there, isn't it? Right on the ankle there, late challenge. And he stayed down for a little bit after that.
Storer it is who comes in, doesn't get any of the ball, nowhere near it, and this clearly gets quite a bit of McAtee. And I'll repeat again, no VAR in operation in this promotion final. All have long gone there, Kevin.
Yeah, he's a lucky boy, I think, Cal Storer. Again, I think it's one of those, probably outside the box, you get the free kick. Maybe the fact that it goes to a Grimsby player, he plays advantage, and then it's gone, hasn't it? But a couple of penalty shots for Grimsby.
This is how Amos has got hurt. Coming together with Hudlin. There can be no blame attributed to the big centre forward.
No, he does well there. It's a little heavy touch from Hudlin. Just allows Danny Amos to come over and make the challenge. Yeah, every time you see it, it's a little bit heavy to touch. Just gives Storer the opportunity to go and get it, but he's late there. It's clearly on the ankle there. Penalty for me, that one.
It's not just late, Kevin, it's dangerous, isn't it? You look at where it catches him.
I've seen it happen before though. It's a touch from McAtee that you think
all have long gone there, Kevin.
Yeah, he's a lucky boy, I think, Cal Storer. Again, I think it's one of those, probably outside the box, you get the free kick. Maybe the fact that it goes to a Grimsby player, he plays advantage, and then it's gone, hasn't it? But a couple of penalty shots for Grimsby.
This is how Amos has got hurt. Coming together with Hudlin. There can be no blame attributed to the big centre forward.
No, he does well there. It's a little heavy touch from Hudlin. Just allows Danny Amos to come over and make the challenge. Yeah, every time you see it, it's a little bit heavy to touch. Just gives Storer the opportunity to go and get it, but he's late there. It's clearly on the ankle there. Penalty for me, that one.
It's not just late, Kevin, it's dangerous, isn't it? You look at where it catches him.
I've seen it happen before though. It's a touch from McAtee that you think
it's the local lad who couldn't convert at the back post.
It's really good football once again. No surprises, John McAtee really growing into this game. Look at this for a pass. Beautiful way to pass in behind for Sosa, and then equally good ball right across the 6-yard box there. Most likely way in for them at the moment.
Holohan slipped by McAtee. Dallas is back in the left back position for Solihull. Amos with the header seems to be moving relatively freely now. McAtee In towards Taylor.
Disappointed, he's not quite managed to bend that one round the defender.
Holohan, the man who got that late equaliser against Notts County in the eliminator. They were seconds away from their season ending in that game, Grimsby, and now they find themselves in a promotion final. On the attack as well. Shot driven in and it came off centre half Callum Howe, Dallas. By Souza, and the left back Harry Boyce. Saw Solihull record a league double over Grimsby this season, their first ever league meetings. 2-0 at the Armco Arena in November and 2-1 at Blundell Park in March. It's the Mariners attacking here with McAtee. Souza makes the run beyond him, lovely ball to find him, Taylor's in the middle, Clifton's arriving too! What a chance, not taken. It's the local lad who couldn't convert at the back post.
It's really good football once again. No surprises, John McAtee really growing into this game. Look at this for a pass. Beautiful weight of passing behind for Souza, and then equally good ball right across the 6-yard box there. Chance for Harry Clifton. Great football, really is. Just that awkward height, and he needs to try and get over the ball.
Here they come again, Souza, found by McAtee. Souza! Real pressure here now from Grimsby. They're very much on top, the Mariners. Solihull holding on a little bit.
Yeah, good period for them. Souza gets into a position here, comfortable save. Joe McDonnell, you'd have to say, really growing into this game now, going into the final 5 or 6 minutes, they're on top.
So eager Grimsby to snatch this immediate opportunity to return to the Football League. Notts County may be an example of how important it is to take that first chance. They lost the 2020 promotion final. That's sliced though by Smith, and the coolest man on the ground was stroking. Here now from Grimsby, they're very much on.
5 or 6 minutes, they're on top.
So eager Grimsby to snatch this immediate opportunity to return to the Football League. Notts County may be an example of how important it is to take that first chance. They lost the 2020 promotion final. That's sliced though by Smith, and the coolest man on the ground was stroking.
They've not quite got those rotations and the energy levels that he would probably have liked. But like you said, this is always going to be a close game. We'll look to maybe tweak 1 or 2 things at half time, but like I say, it's such a big game, isn't it? So hard to call this one.
McAtee. Cropper. Sosa. Good take that by the goalkeeper. John McDonald showing no signs of that lingering back injury way through. Look on by Hudlin. Smith was there for Grimsby. Nicely brought down by Storer. Maycock. Dallas. Storer hit it first time. Boyce. And in time we go. Dallas with Hudlin waiting in the middle. Smith has to be careful there. Sabara stands it up. Hudlin! What a great header! The big man with a huge goal for Solihull. In added time it comes at the end of this first half. First blood to Solihull.
Well, it's a big goal from the big man. I'd say Neil Hartley would have been looking forward to half-time and getting the troops in. Dallas goes inside here. So he gets the ball, drives inside. Boys with a lovely pass. What a weighted pass that is to Dallas. Lays it back to Sabara. First time on the left foot, stands it up. There's Hudlin, goes and attacks it. I think it's Fox who ends up going up against him, is it? Oh, it's Amos, isn't it? The mismatch. When that ball comes in, his eyes must have lit. So what a header from him. Just glance it down into that bottom corner. Crocombe, no chance.
Well, he got a brace in the 2-1 win over Grimsby earlier this season. And he's put them in front just before half-time here. The goal to please the chairman, Darryl Eales. But it comes, Kevin, at the end of the first half, when Grimsby will feel they could have had two penalties, both, well, certainly the first debatable, the second, the challenge on McAtee, was not clever at all, and he will feel pretty aggrieved ahead of the break.
He will when he sees it back, I'm sure. Sometimes you just don't get the rub of the green in the finals, but one thing with this Grimsby team, we know they will not give up. So even though they'll be going in 1-0 down, you know they're going to come out fighting in the second half. It's a big goal. I always think the first goal is going to be important, but with these two teams, they just keep going.
A real fighting spirit in this Grimsby side. Game being halted momentarily because of that flare that had made its way onto the pitch. They came from behind in the eliminator. They gave up leads and came from behind as well in that topsy-turvy semi-final against Wrexham. They're going to have to come from behind again here, Grimsby at London Stadium. Funny, isn't it? Because only minutes before we've been saying that Hudlin had started to look a bit isolated up front. They weren't getting support in and around him, were they? But you toss a ball into the box, and if you're 6'9", there's every chance you'll get on the end of it.
Yeah, it was just a lovely flight of ball, wasn't it, from Sabara? We talked about his goals, but that's another... Rest.
It's just 60 seconds of added time that we've been expecting. Of course, with the goal, a bit more now. I suppose in some ways Paul Hurst will be feeling pretty pleased with the way the first half has gone, even though his side look like they'll go in a goal down. There's been plenty of positives for Grimsby. But it is Solihull who go in front at the break. The tallest player in the top 5 leagues of English football has got the goal that is the difference. It came in added time at the end of the first half. A first half that perhaps on the balance of play, Grimsby shaded. And at half-time here at London Stadium, it is Grimsby 0, Solihull Moors 1.
First rule of Fight Club. We don't care about the first rule of Fight Club, nor the second one. Because it's triple title fight night with BT Sports. And we're telling everyone, we've got a heart-pounding UFC.
I'm coming home with the bell, baby.
Plus Young Brits Liam Davis and Mark Leach clash. And the UK's Triple D hits America.
Fight fans, get ready.
It's triple title fight night on BT Sport.
The Moors with the advantage here at the London Stadium. Of course, this might be the end of the club football season, but in rugby union, the post-season in the Gallagher Premiership just beginning. We'll bring you both mouth-watering semi-finals on Saturday. Saracens versus Harlequins, followed by Leicester against Northampton, all on BT Sport 1 and Ultimate. Aaron McLean, Liam Hogan and Chris Hargreaves watching with interest. Solihull with their noses in front. Macca, it swung back and forth, but the goal when it came is a thing of beauty.
It's brilliant. You know, the ball from Boyce, first of all, great little ball into the pocket. Dallas making great runs. And then the little dink from Sabara is sublime, because he knows that that's the ball. They're the kind of balls that he needs. You know, he needs balls that are just lifted in there, away from the keeper, so that he can go and attack it. And he just finds himself in a pocket of space, goes and attacks it, and as soon as he meets it, you know it's in the back of the net.
And Liam, we talked about the fluency of Solihull's play, and it drags defenders out of positions where they're comfortable.
Yeah, it's not only the running behind from Dallas, it's the movement from Sabara that pulls Waterfall out, and then that just means Smith has to come across. You left them with your fullback in a central position in the box, and as you say, he's 6'9", his eyes are going to light up, he's going to fancy himself. He gets a contact down into the bottom corner, so, you know, brilliant goal. Grimsby have certainly more than had a share of this, Chris, and created chances.
Definitely, yeah. I think they've been excellent. Great little ball there. When McAtee gets in space and in pockets, he does some real damage. Great ball across from Souza, and probably should score, Harry Clifton. Great run. That's where you want your winger scoring. He's a right-footed left winger. This is more of a snapshot here. You know, it's good feet, snapshot. Keeper should save it. But in the main, they were in the ascendancy, had a good shape about them. Once they'd worked out Solihull's rotations, the boys were saying they were spot on. Hudlin was a little bit isolated towards the end. Then suddenly, one moment of quality, great passage of play in the ruck. But I think for Paul Hurst and the boys, they'll be heartened by the resilience they showed. And counter-attacking, they were excellent. Keeping that good shape, not following players too much, just keeping the shape and trying to nick it and counter, and they did it really well.
And let's not forget, they have trailed in the playoffs before.
Exactly.
And also on another day, the referee might have given them certainly one, if not two penalties, as we'll see.
Yeah, I think the first one, I think that's just a coming together, you know, the legs get tangled. For me, that's not a penalty. You know, I've seen them given, most definitely, but for me, I don't think that one's a penalty, but yeah.
Any takers on that?
No pen for me. No,
Liam?
I know Liam thinks it is, but he's wrong.
Yeah, I just feel like he's blindsided. He's stuck the leg out a little bit. There's contact. This one definitely. Yeah, I mean, as a defender, you just can't. Obviously, he's gone to block the shot, as honest as he is as a player, and he's made contact with the ankle of McAtee, and it is a Stonewall penalty.
Yeah, I know McAtee's already got the ball to his teammate, but that's irrelevant. The referee's view is obstructed.
It is, but these are the big decisions that you need the referees or the officials to get right. And unfortunately for Grimsby, they've not got that right. And on the biggest stage, the prize at the end of this game is so big for whichever club goes on and wins this. For the officials to miss that, if Grimsby go on and lose this game, they'll feel aggrieved for that, because that was a Stonewall penalty.
They did discuss VAR, but it can't cope with Macca's jackets, so unfortunately it's not available. Solihull with their noses in front of the London Stadium. Kyle Hudlin, all 6'9" of him, up, and Peter crouching at the far post. Work to do for the Mariners with that man at the helm. He liked it. Second half next.
Stand by me.
A wonderful 4-day weekend and Jubilee celebration. Halifax, it's a people thing.
I'm on the next level, yeah, I know you heard about it. You know I'm bout it, and don't you ever doubt it. I'm incomparable, that's why they staring though. Turn up the stereo, check it out, check it out, check it out. You ain't seen nothing like this, nobody do it like this.
Look at you, and look at me, and look at you. Wow, this is so trippy, seeing you again.
The doomsday clock might be about out of time.
No one said saving the planet was going to be easy. What matters is what we do now.
Is that a dinosaur on your shoulder?
Yeah. What?
Jurassic World Dominion in cinemas June 10.
Popularity is power.
It's the ability to bend the world to your will.
Superheroes have all the money and all the power. Don't mess, they make.
Get swept under the rug.
Me and the boys are on a level to playing field.
Feels good. Feels right.
No one should have that kind of power. This is a bad idea.
We're just getting started.
Life isn't meant to be a struggle. Let your garage door do all the work. Get an electric roller door from Gorola. Enjoy easy access with a fully fitted roller door from just $8.95. And we'll even take your old garage door away. Book a free survey now. There's no salesman, no pressure, and no hidden extras. All prices are on our website. Go to gorola.co.uk or call free on 0808 22 55 895 today.
Hello, Gorola!
I love the extra support of Skechers Arch Fit. The Arch Shape insole has podiatrist certified arch support, plus they look great and they're machine washable.
Scottish Widows, taking on your future together.
Giftgaff fix their UK prices, so even if my bills go up elsewhere, I've got one less thing to worry about.
With flexible plans, great value and fixed UK prices for 2022.
From my genesis to exodus, I'm turning heads. I'm rocking certain threads. It's cause I'm earning bread. I'm moving like I'm an entrepreneur and mogul. I live the far life and every day is like a stand-up vocal.
Joe, you're just stupid. I'm gonna eat you for breakfast.
You are about to cascade into my Carcharodon, Carcharius aquaculture, and I assure you I'm eminently Assurian.
We were destined to shine, we were born great.
And in time we go. Dallas with Hudlin waiting in the middle. To be careful there. Sabara stands it up. Hudlin! What a great header! The big man with a huge goal for Solihull.
The Moors lead, but Grimsby have definitely had their moments and perhaps decisions that could have gone in another direction. And Chris, they've got options off the bench. Niasarue, Abraham, Maguire, there are things that could do here.
Yeah, they have. They've got some firepower for sure. I think they'd take some, positives from the first half. No doubt about it with the counter-attacking. They've got to get over the fact they should have had a pen and move on. And I think that, just that really good balance and that shape will pay off in the end. As I say, they're so dangerous on the counter, and the firepower, Hursty will be thinking about that sort of 15-20 minutes in.
Yeah, no changes either side as yet. It would be early. It's a big pitch training day. It can be anyway, Liam.
Yeah, and I said they've come through 2 tough tasks anyway, Grimsby beforehand, so you couldn't write them off. I've just mentioned there we've not actually seen a clean sheet in these playoffs, so we wouldn't rule out another goal in this game. I think when Solihull took the lead at Chesterfield in the semi-final, the confidence eluded themselves, and they went on to comfortably win that, and I can probably see that happening again here. But who knows? We've had fireworks beforehand, we could have them again.
Yeah, got to deal with him though.
Yeah, he had a quiet period where I think he was a little bit isolated, but he's come up with the goods, and they'll be expecting him to do that now.
Okay, we go again in the company of Kevin and Adam.
Thank you, fellas. They're the last team to take the lead in a promotion final and not go on to win it were Grimsby, to score their first goal, that is, in 2015. We've seen the Mariners' powers of recovery several times in these playoffs. They were 1-0 down against Notts, they were 1-0 down against Wrexham, they were 3-2 down against Wrexham. Kevin, you wonder, don't you, naturally, can they turn this one around as well? Solihull with the lead.
Yeah, we know how good Solihull are defensively, only lost 7 games all season. They're a tough nut to crack, but they've certainly got the firepower, they've got the options off the bench as well, they've got the belief, and they've got abundance of spirit.
Heavy touch there by Souza. Waterfall looking to guide it back here. It didn't have enough on it though to reach Crocombe. Throw in taken quickly by Boyce. Storer. Job he will have had at half-time, Kevin, is a mental one with his players, isn't it? Because he'll know and they'll know that really they probably should have had at least 1 penalty.
Yeah, they've had some decent chances as well. McDonald's made a couple of saves. You just can't switch off against the Solihull team. Again, it's a mismatch with Hudlin at the back post, got their nose in front. And they'll just be saying, keep doing the same things. Can we get McAtee in good positions? Can we get runners off him? Get the ball into Taylor, make it stick. The likes of Holohan making forward runs. So they've got enough quality, they know how to get results and grind results out.
Flick on by Hudlin. Sabara looking to get in behind, but Cropper was there for Grimsby. Good header by Storer. Harry Boyce, a good season he's had, the 19-year-old. Sheffield United have extended his contract ahead of next season. Clark. Maycock. Confident start to the second half, this by Solihull. Maycock, good challenge to win it back by Smith. Clifton to McAtee. So many times McAtee has turned in big performances, come up with big goals in this campaign. Could he do it again for them?
Yeah, he's the one. He had a few glimpses. The last 5 or 10, 15 minutes of that first half, he was really coming into the game, making things happen for them.
Four awards at the end of season dinner at Grimsby. McAtee, that just tells you everything about how vital he's been to them this season. Smith. Amos. The space here for McAtee to work with. He's got Clifton to his left. Taylor's in the middle. Souza arriving in the box as well, and it came off Clark. Fox. Amos. Holohan. Turns away from Maycock. Cropper. Holohan. Intercepted by Maycock. Hudlin. Here comes Solihull. Dallas. Fox to win it back and got enough on it. Clifton. This could be interesting. Holohan's a long way forward. Sousa wants it on the right. Here he is. McAtee's lost his marker in the box. Holohan and turn wide. Just Clifton, who had that chance at the back post in the first half, can't convert at the start of the second for Paul Hurst's side.
Yeah, good football once again from them. Sousa does really well. Just a little lay back to Holohan there. I think it's a shot. Clifton just coming in from that left-hand side. Creeps in, he's trying to do the old Cruyff, isn't it? Just a yard wide of the post.
Not been their day so far, but plenty of time for Grimsby. Lively, energetic start to the second half. This Hudlin couldn't find Dallas, intercepted easily really by Smith. Flick on by Sousa. Suggestion of handball from the Grimsby fans on that far side, but it would just be a throw-in. It's Grimsby's first playoff campaign since those Mariners fans saw their side beat Forest Green 3-1 in the 2016 final at Wembley just over 6 years ago. Omar Vogel got two, Nathan Arnold got the other right at the end of the game. Here comes the first long throw-in of the second half. Side beat Forest Green 3-1 in the 2016 final at Wembley just over 6 years ago. Omar Vogel got two, Nathan Arnold got the other right at the end of the game. Here comes the first long throw-in of the second half. Cropper again, Sousa pointed where he wanted it, but into the box it goes. Smith has stayed forward. Drop for McAtee!
McDonald was worried for a moment there.
Fantastic technique that, wasn't it, from McAtee? He's some player. Whether it's with Grimsby next season or somebody else in the future, I would be absolutely amazed if he doesn't end up in the Football League, and probably quite high in the Football League.
Yeah, again, real talent, isn't it? Enjoying his football here. I'm sure he'd love to stay should they go up. There'll be a few watching him, that's for sure.
He's got 1 year left on his current deal at Grimsby. McAtee keen to extend that deal naturally. Those talks have been parked until the end of today. Flick by Hudlin, and Dallas looking to take it through, and they've had to stop the game here because of a head injury. Ball was eventually put wide, but Dallas was through. The referee, though, had to stop it because of the head injury.
There's a few big decisions he's had to make, hasn't he? You can understand why he stopped it. It's one of those balls, you could see the collision coming. You see the Solihull players there just saying, why didn't you play on? It's just a high ball, you can see it happening. Smith there to the head of Hudlin. Dallas is away, his favourite. I think Waterfall was pleased to hear the whistle, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Such a difficult position for the referee Martin Woods to be in there, though, Kevin.
Yeah, I think ultimately it's going to be the right call. It was a nasty one. Hudlin didn't see it coming. It's one of those on the side of the head, the temple area. Could have maybe blown his whistle a little bit quicker.
Hudlin has barely moved since that collision. He made at the start of the second half. It's been pretty frantic, hasn't it?
It has. It's carried on, hasn't it, from the first half? I think Solihull had the best of the first half, the first 20-25. I think Grimsby really grew into the game. They've come out the traps in this second half on the front foot, trying to get this crowd behind them.
Well, it's not that long ago they had an average gate of 400 at Solihull Moors. Attendance is well up now. Last I heard it was 6,000 tickets around about that they'd sold. We're talking about supporters and their involvement in this. We should mention the Mariners Trust. There is the chair of that organisation, Christine Green, who's been honoured by the Queen this week for her work in that trust. They've done absolutely brilliantly to help raise money that allowed families who maybe wouldn't have been able to come to be able to attend this game today. A word as well for the Wrexham supporters who were beaten by Grimsby in the semi-final and were contributing to that fund as well, which I thought was absolutely fantastic. But you can only commend the efforts of both sets of fans. Yes, Grimsby, Kevin, a much better supported club in terms of numbers. Got to remember though, Solihull have only been around for 14 years. They're building their fan base.
Certainly are. And, you know, in the Midlands there, lots of competition, some big clubs around the area, so it's hard to get those new fans in. But, you know, runs like this, days like this, young kids in the crowd with their families, they'll have created some new fans along the way. Like to say, they've got a plan in place, whether they win or not today. But for them to get into the Football League within such a short space of time would be an absolutely amazing story, and credit to everyone. But plenty of time to go in this game. He's certainly still looking a little bit nervous.
You know, it was interesting with the pictures that we showed you before the game, where you heard from Darryl Eales, and I've been listening to what Jason Stopwood, the owner, the chairman at Grimsby, has been saying as well. They're two clubs who you feel now, whatever happens in this game, their futures are both in good hands, stable ownership that's looking to the future, with good values behind them as well. Future's bright for both these clubs. Solihull, though, looking to threaten. Barnett up against Smith. Could they get a second here? Solihull, he stood up a good cross over towards Hudlin. Cleared by Souza. McAtee couldn't quite take that on. Barnett again, another chance to cross, and the header this time is well wide from Dallas, their top scorer.
Yeah, they get themselves in a couple of good positions out on this right hand side with Barnett. One touch, head up. Gets into a decent area around that penalty spot. Dallas just drifting in there. Just before, he doesn't win the header all the time, but creates so much chaos around him. It allows the other players to get in and around him and create chances for themselves. Real handful.
Goodger was there for Solihull. McAtee it is who's gone closest to a leveller for Grimsby. Amos. Fox. Souza skipped away from the challenge of Storer. They've worked it wide here to Cropper. It's a bit of a waste in the end, that, for the Mariners. Still more live football to look forward to. We have the FA Disability Cup finals live from St George's Park. Saturday, 10 AM, that all starts on BT Sport. Hudlin is struggling here. That earlier knock to the head, you can see it is swelling up quite badly, that. Just wonder whether this could end his afternoon prematurely. It could start to affect your eyesight, that, couldn't it? Well, yeah, you can see how close that left eye is going. It's getting worse by the minute as well.
Yeah, it's a real shame for him. His health and safety has to come first.
It is his goal that separates the sides, Kevin, and he took it so well, didn't he?
He did. Not too many balls in like this to go and really attack him. A lovely flighted ball in, and he's always going to be favoured there up against the Amos. He just glides and glances that one into the bottom corner.
We can understand him being upset and frustrated, but what a big contribution he's already made to this promotion final. He will hope that his goal is enough to ultimately send Solihull to the Football League. It's Danny Newton who's come on to replace him. Summer signing from Stevenage. has moved to Stevenage after being part of the V9 Academy set up by one of the most famous non-league players ever, or to make the break from non-league, Jamie Vardy.
A different type of player, isn't it? Running in behind, ball into feet, finish as well. Big miss for Solihull though. Carl Hudlin, it's a shame he's had to go off, but he'll be hoping that goal could be crucial.
Make him a club legend, wouldn't it, if it's his goal that sends Solihull to the Football League for the first time in their history. It's a side with 111 seasons in the Football League behind them, Grimsby, that are looking to turn this all around. Such a difficult side to beat, though, Solihull. Just one loss in their final 23 matches of the season. Could be under pressure here, given away by Clark to Clifton. Dallas. Barnett. Furthest forward is the substitute Newton. Dallas getting up there as well. It's a great run by Barnett. Good touch though by Smith, who was well positioned.
Well, these are the moments where Grimsby really needs to move the ball quickly. Players out of position for Solihull, just allowing them to get back into position. Crowd trying to urge them on, approaching the hour mark.
Such a fine balance this now, isn't it, for Grimsby, Kevin, that they don't chase this, because the threat on the counter with the pace of the likes of Dallas and Newton is really there. Here's Taylor. McAtee trying to take it into the box. Suggestion from McAtee that there was an arm involved from Howe. Barnett. Newton just had to hold his run to stay on side, but the pass was intended for Dallas.
Movement down on the touchline here in front of us from Grimsby. Just wonder how long Paul Hurst will wait to maybe make that change. We know we've got the Ruway on the bench there, who's been amazing in these playoffs.
McAtee, a little bit heavy, but Clifton kept it in, and it's behind for a corner. Encouragement for the Mariners.
There's a really good flow to the game at the moment. End-to-end stuff. You just know the next goal's going to be crucial. Attacking their home, well, the Grimsby fans, not the home fans, shall we say.
Amos then to take the corner. Once played at London Stadium as a sub. In a 4-0 loss for Doncaster. Desperate to be on the winning side today, the left back. Comes out to Clifton. Souza drifting inside, a heavy touch, tuck it away. Had to make that really, Clifton. They were a bit stretched, Grimsby, and they're just waiting, aren't they, Neil Ardley, Solihull, for that opportunity to get Newton or Dallas in behind.
Yeah, certainly committing a few more players forward, Grimsby. We talked about Fox and Holohan being very disciplined in there. I say 30 minutes to go. Still plenty of time for them. They say they're going to make a couple of subs, you think, in the not so near future.
Goodger. Hearing that Maguire Drew looks as though he could be the first of the subs used by Paul Hurst. How backpedaling. Good header though, Storer. Good pass as well to Maycock. Wide as ever is Barnett. Newton and Dallas on the edge of the box. Maycock wants it back again. Barnett with the cross. Over towards Newton. And it will reach Sabara. And for once, it's a poor delivery from the man who got the assist for the goal.
Yeah, disappointing from Sabara there. Still making good runs forward. Maguire Drew getting ready.
Maguire Drew it was who took that free kick that ultimately led to the late equaliser at Notts County in the eliminator. Holohan and McAtee, and the deflection Takes it behind for a corner.
Yeah, he's certainly the one, isn't he? Getting good defending from Callum Howe. Nice and solid back there. Good goes for the initial header, then he's out of position. Holohan does well, gets the ball into a good area. Good covering from Howe. Does really well.
He certainly was geeing up the fans as well, wasn't he, after that? McAtee. They have travelled in their droves. Can their side find an equaliser? They've become the masters of the comeback in these playoffs. Amos with the ball in. Newton was back defending. Going to come across to Holohan. Fox is on the edge of the area. Still waiting to get Maguire. Drew on, by the way. Nice pass to Fox. It's busy in that box. On the clearance, falls to Smith. Big chance. And it's blocked. And a good claim that. The goalkeeper, McDonald.
Yes, he's lifting a nice ball into Fox there. You think he's going to pull it back. He made a decent run. Poor clearance there from Storer. You think Smith makes the wrong decision there. Should be taking the shot on.
Amos got in front of Dallas. Clifton looking to go on the outside. Firm challenge though by Howe. They've had to wait a while to make this change, but Maguire Drew is now finally able to come on. Player who won the National League with Orient back in 2019, and it's Sousa. And he was replaced. Came through the Brighton youth system, Jordan Maguire Drew. I remember Paul Hurst saying one of the reasons he brought him in was for his end products. Well, how they could do with some of that now.
Yeah, it looks like for like, doesn't it? Just going to go out on that right-hand side, so no change in formation. They'll pick up nice little pockets of space, look to get on the ball. Can really provide that killer pass in there, Maguire Drew.
Barney. Could there be another big moment in Waterfall, you wonder, after his brace in the semi-final? It's been so eventful of late for Waterfall. He's scored 3 times, scored 2 own goals, been sent off and been booked 3 times, and conceded a penalty in his last 4 games.
In the thick of it.
And he's coming forward now. With the long throw in.
Good header from Newton. There's the danger. It's going to come in once again though, you'd have thought. Playing short, I think.
Waterfall had stayed forward. He might have to get back. Pretty sharpish here. Maycock, what a challenge that is from Amos. He had to make that as well, really. It looked like they could have been in trouble there, Grimsby. Lovely feet from McAtee. Fox gets involved now. In towards Taylor. And McAtee couldn't quite take it on. I just wonder, Kevin, do you think Solihull are keeping the ball well enough here? It's inviting a bit of pressure, isn't it?
Obviously they've struggled since Hudlin's gone off, and it's a little bit early to be sitting back and resting on this 1-0 lead. Inviting pressure on. See the way Grimsby are playing now. They've got 3, 4, 5 players looking to play off Ryan Taylor. They look dangerous when they can get the ball into his feet and get the runners off him.
Maguire Drew. Cropper. Gavin Holohan. Smith. Waterfall. Fox. Can they win it back quickly? Smith are inviting pressure, and they're in here! McAtee! What a wall! scored from the Mariners. The comeback kings could be doing it again. It's the marvellous McAtee who's at it once more.
See the ball there, it's Story with the loose pass, it's Smith who steps in, plays the ball, it's a lovely dummy, I think it's Maguire Drew, and he never looks in doubt. Once he's in there, you know he's going to score. First touch, second touch, look at that, in off the post, calm, composed finish from him into that bottom corner. Grimsby back in it, look what it means to them.
It always had to be him, didn't it? Scored one, set up two in the semi-final, has levelled things up at London Stadium, and what a noise the Grimsby fans made there.
Oh, it's a huge goal, it's a huge moment in this tie. So it's a really good goal, the cleverness from Maguire Drew, I think it was with the little dummy, just allows McAtee to get in, and then can he finish? Of course he can. Just took his time, composed himself, and just picked his spot.
Game on.
We expected goals, didn't we? Two very good teams going forward. 20 minutes to go. Oh.
It's never routine in the playoffs. Never take anything for granted. Always expect the unexpected. From joy to despair and back again. These playoffs have taken us on a quite incredible journey. And we've got 20 frantic minutes ahead of us here. Newton flicks it on, Dallas looking to get in behind. Oh, big call here. The referee's not interested. Says play on. Oh, that'll be very interesting to see again. That's a really significant call from Martin Woods, and not the first of the game he's had to make.
Massive decision. Listen, the referee will be feeling it as well. That's a huge decision he had to make. We'll have to see it again, but looked like Waterford just got the wrong side of Dallas, and then there was a coming together. Literally seconds after getting back into the game, they could have been down to 10 men, who knows?
Holohan. Here comes Solihull now, looking to hit back immediately. They want the lead back. Barnett. Dallas and Newton are in there. Barnett looks to hit the byline, pulls over a cross, and Waterfall heads it clear. McAtee there. Look how stretched this is getting now. They're both going to slug it out in this last 20 minutes. That's a lovely ball. Sabara, great pullback. What a chance. Grimsby was so stretched then. Look at the intensity of this game. Barnett with the cross. Great ball. Should have scored. Their top scorer couldn't take the chance.
No time to take a breath here, Adam. Lovely ball in. Dallas is in there, 6 yards out. Got to score. Here's the instance just before. Yeah, I think the referee gets it right. You know, Waterfall just trying to use his body. Leiber was favourite for the ball. See now, it's a big call. I don't think there's anything in that. I think it's a coming together. Really do. But wow, he's had a difficult afternoon, hasn't he?
Well, Neil Ardley said of his Notts County sides when they lost against Harrogate in 2020 that they froze. You couldn't say that of Solihull today, but they've given up a lead. And this final 20 minutes or so is going to be very interesting. Fight fans have plenty to look forward to as well. Saturday, 7 o'clock, Bryan against Dubois on BT Sport 1, and then later on that same night, UFC 275, Teixeira and Prohaska headline that particular bill. But who will be going to the Football League is anyone's guess right now.
Well, you feel like the momentum's with Grimsby, but I've said it a few times already this afternoon, they cannot switch off against the Solihull team. They'll keep going, they have the legs, they have the energy, they have the quality, they don't lose many games. But I think they've responded fairly well since being pegged back.
Just one defeat in their last 23 matches for Solihull. That's just how difficult to beat they are.
Yeah, clear foul there. Like you say, this game just, we said it from the start, it was so difficult to call. It was almost a toss of a coin, and it's certainly panned out that way. Two top teams, and you think either of these teams wouldn't look out of place in League Two, possibly League One. There's lots of quality.
10 points between them at the end of the season in Solihull's favour. Floated in towards Smith. Howe won the header. Clifton's there. Could be a counter on. Left by Maycock, taken on here by Barnett. He's going to have to do it by himself at the moment, though. The backpedaling. It's a great running. He almost slipped it through as well. Grimsby had numbers forwards.
Yeah, Holohan does unbelievably well to get this block in. Otherwise, Dallas was away, in on goal. On a knife edge, isn't it?
They're both playing this in such an open manner as well. I'm not complaining, though.
Well, I'm just thinking what it's like for those managers and staff. You see some of the staff saying calm down, some are saying go for it. Oh, there's so much adrenaline out there at the moment. The prize is just, it's the ultimate, isn't it, for some of these players, these clubs.
I know it's torture for the fans of the clubs involved, the playoffs, but I absolutely love them. They're brilliant. I'm already hoping for another half an hour. 15 to go. Taylor. Newton. Referees allowed them to continue here. Newton looks for Dallas, finds Dallas. Was there a push there? Right on the edge of the box, it's a free kick. I think Dallas might have suggested it could have been in the area. I have to say it looked out.
Yeah, my first reaction is it's outside the box. See the contact there, yeah, just on the D. I think Cropper knows he's the wrong side, he has to make the foul. He's got Waterfall there on the cover. What a position this is for someone.
There'll be a booking as well here for Cropper. Final quarter of an hour. Just got his positioning wrong there, didn't he, Cropper? He's been out without a club this season until he joins the Mariners in March, released by Burnley at the end of last season. And he's given away a free kick in what is a really dangerous position here. It looks like it's the teenager on loan from Sheffield United, Boys, who's going to take this.
Yeah, you think it's favour of right footer. The young man there, Boys, he's on it. Plenty of yard outside the box, so it's going to have to get this up and down fairly quickly, and this is going to go and try and go round the wall.
He's named in the National League Team of the Year, Boys. Storer fancies it as well. What a big moment this could be in this promotion final. Will it be the vastly experienced Storer or the teenager Boys? Boys, it's deflected, and they just about managed to deal with it. It's going to be a corner, that.
Yeah, I think this is McAtee with the block. He tries to get it across, this ricochets all over the place, and falls to Sabara, doesn't it, in the end? Cannons everywhere. Smith can't clear it.
Came off the face of Newton.
There's McAtee back there with an important block.
The man who scored the equaliser has prevented a goal there with that block. It's hammered towards goal by the man who will now take the corner, Sabara. Solihull's turn to apply pressure. Can the Mariners hold out? It's over towards Howe, won the header. Good take by Crocombe.
It's so hard to defend against Callum Howe. You float those balls in there, he's always favourite. Got such good timing. Just want to get that ball back down across goal and get runners trying to get that second ball in.
Well, what a fantastic crowd it is at London Stadium today. 22,897. The highest since 2015 for a promotion final. Turn behind for another corner. They're certainly on top for the moment here, Solihull.
Yeah, I thought it was a goal kick as well. Forward defending really well once again. We talk about all those fans. I mean, they're certainly all going through the ringer at the moment. This is it's unbelievable stuff.
Just worth repeating that. Let's just remember, this is the 5th tier of English football, and we've got an attendance of just under 23,000. Fantastic. Taken short. Storer, one of many in there who got closest to it. Barnett. And it's cross. Counter could be on here. Clifton. McAtee's the furthest forward. He was calling for the pass, but Clifton ignored him, and then the challenge was by the captain, Storer. And there have been a few occasions in this game where Storer might have been booked, and he is going to be now.
Yeah, can have no complaints with that one. Never getting there. Takes one for the team. The break was certainly on. They were looking dangerous there.
Here comes super sub. Diasaruwe, the man who scored, of course, the winner in the eliminator in the 119th minute. Scored as well off the bench in the semi-final against Wrexham. He scored a hat-trick on the final weekend of the regular season as well.
Yeah, he's done well. He's had a real impact, hasn't he? You know, a player playing for his future in the shop window. Again, can he come on, be the hero once again for Grimsby?
He has been told that he does need to find a new club. His parent club, Tranmere, said they won't be renewing his contract. Paul Hurst was saying it was a very late change of heart to even have him on the bench for the eliminator, in which he proved so crucial. He was going to go with 2 midfielders on the bench, Hurst, but he said something was just nagging away at him, and in the end he decided to go with Diasaruwe, and the rest is history. Taylor comes off. He's also said of Diasaruwe, Paul Hurst, that maybe he doesn't always make the best use of his fantastic physical attributes, but he certainly has been doing in recent weeks.
Yeah, it's a great time to be playing well, isn't it? Like I said, he doesn't score enough goals for the attributes that he has, the size, the presence, holds the ball up really well.
We've not got to the end of the current season yet, and we're already thinking about the next one. All starts again on the 6th of August. I'm sure you'll be with us for our first live National League game of the season, which is yet to be announced. He told his players before the Notts County game, the first of the playoff matches, never ever give up, and they've shown that fortitude again today, haven't we?
Certainly have. Like I say, we always expect him to create chances, and we've got that mentality which he's created, the drive, the culture. That counts for a lot. They've done it the hard way to get here.
I did wonder today what Paul Hurst would be dressed in, because he wore a suit the last time he guided them to victory in a promotion final in 2016. Previously, in finals that he'd lost, he'd worn a tracksuit. He's gone for a bit of an in-between today.
Not quite sure what to get, is he? But very superstitious, some of these managers, aren't
yeah,
they?
But he said he was fed up of losing wearing a tracksuit, so changed it up with a suit. And I thought he would go with a suit again today after what happened in 2016.
Looks like he's going straight out afterwards anyway, doesn't he?
Yep. Boyce. Oh, lovely little flick. Back to Boyce. Solihull get the free kick. I have to say, Kevin, the reaction from Solihull to that equaliser has been good, hasn't it?
It certainly has. You always worry when the team score and they've got the momentum, they've got the crowd behind them. They'll be fairly pleased from, obviously, the reaction he's had, not conceding goal, but the reaction they've had has been good. And like I say, you just cannot switch off against this team.
Before this final, Grimsby haven't conceded a goal from open play in the playoffs. It was from 3 set pieces, 2 penalties. Got a defender set piece here as Goodger with the header, and a great chance it was as well for the man who scored in the semi-final.
Yeah, it's a decent ball in. I think it's Fox, is it, with the initial header? Yeah, it just falls kindly. He's got to do better. 7 yards out. It's all about that second contact. Poor header in the end from him. Disappointed with that.
I was with Solihull when they really flattered to deceive in that 2019 semi-final loss to Files under Tim Flowers. They just didn't really turn up that day. They'd had a brilliant season under the former Blackburn goalkeeper. He really deserves credit for the situation that Solihull find themselves in. So they finished third this season. He helped really lay the foundations, Tim Flowers.
Yeah, this team's really changed, hasn't it? Got a man down at the moment. Store, isn't it? Maybe a bit cramped. Very much a different team now. Easy on the eye, Solihull. Play good football, good movement. Scored plenty of goals this season.
When so many other teams, other clubs have been on their holidays for 2 or 3 weeks, and Solihull and Grimsby players having to dig deep in their biggest game of the season. For some of them, it will be the biggest game in their careers so far.
Yeah, it's huge, isn't it? As a player, you'll be glancing up towards the clock and seeing how long's to go and hoping that one of your players, McAtee, Sabara, someone can step up with a moment of brilliance just to get you that winning goal, get you over the line. It could be the one, it could be late drama again here.
Will a chance drop for somebody to win it without the aid of extra time? They're gaining fans every week, it seems, at the moment, Solihull. In the last 4 years, their attendances have gone up considerably. Can they reach the Football League for the first time? A club only in existence for 14 years. Or will it be Grimsby? They managed to find a way, as they did in the Eliminator, as they did in the semi-finals. Maycock. Dallas, numbers getting forward here. Grimsby looking to get players back, and they're stretched. Well, if he got the pass away there, they were in real trouble. Sabara wanted it down the left. Maguire drew. Diasaruwe in the box. Holohan's made a run in there. Just over 3 minutes to go. Fox. Maguire drew, they're waiting in the box. McAtee!
Oh.
How close was that?
Wow. Gives Fox a lovely little ball. Maguire drew, just takes a touch, just puts it into a dangerous area. If any more than that, it's a great ball in, and McAtee, he's inches away. Sending him, giving him that lead. Scratch of the head from Paul Hurst. Earlier, Newton could have released Sabara as well. A little first-time pass around the corner. They could have been in.
A let-off for Solihull in the closing stages of normal time. Cleared by Amos. Players will be mentally preparing themselves for another half an hour, but still time for us to get a winner without extra time. Clark plays it forward to Newton, the flick intended for Dallas. Smith is covering for Grimsby. Long ball forward by Croker. Flicked on by Maguire, Drew. Here's Diasaruwe. He's brought Gudger out from a central area. McAtee on the edge of the box. Clifton's on the edge of the area. Maguire, Drew turns inside and then left the ball behind. Gudger. Look how stretched this game is now. Here comes Solihull. Less than 2 minutes to go, 3 against 3. Can he get it right? No! Dallas was in the box. Get that right. And Solihull probably playing the Football League next season.
Unbelievable, wasn't it? Maguire drew the other end. 4 or 5 Grimsby players going for the win. And then Newton, he goes to the first time one. Decent run from Dallas, he just gets too much on it. Poor pass in the end from Newton.
hearing the expectation on the touchline is for 6 added minutes. Storer, time and space to work with. Barnett called for it and got it. Clark. Who's going to make themselves a hero at London Stadium? Somebody will. Maycock chasing this, but there's too much on it. Oh, it's tense, it's nervous.
My palms are sweating and I'm not even supporting these teams. It's so hard to take, you know, you're just looking for that one moment for your team.
You know, there are bigger games, there are more glamorous games, there's no point pretending otherwise, but I tell you what, in terms of what it means to the respective fans, how much riding on it in terms of future direction of players and clubs, not much matches this. So hard to get into the Football League, just one automatic promotion place. And it's that fight in the playoffs.
It's anxious, isn't it? Like you say. If you can get into League Two, you're always going to have a chance of going on again. Look at Forest Green, what they've done. Lots of Harrogate established themselves. This is a tough one to get out of. You get one opportunity in this final.
Over it comes to Clifton. Beautiful control. Clark in front of him. Clifton looks to get to the line. Who did that come off last? Goal kick. Grimsby looking to bounce straight back to the Football League under Paul Hurst. And Solihull looking to be the 4th team in a row to be promoted to the EFL for the first time. Of course, we saw Sutton have done it, Salford have done it, Harrogate as well.
Yeah, like I say, once you get there, you can really start to compete with some of the teams in League Two. See what the likes of Wrexham, Stockport, the budgets, they can allow them to go and have another go for one of those 4 promotion spots. So this is the one. This is the one you need to get out of.
Up towards Diasarue. Clark. Storer. Sabara. Storer. Time ticking. Extra time approaching. Barnett. Grimsby can get forward with Amos. Maguire-Drew and Diasarue are up there as well. Amos has brought this such a long way. He might go all the way. It's deflected. That came off him last goal kick. Just seemed to run out of steam in the end, didn't he?
Yeah, got a little bit excited. So, looks like John McAtee might be coming off. He's really been struggling the last few minutes. Ricochet off Amos.
Been moving entirely freely. McAtee has given everything in this run for promotion there. Top scorer in the regular season with 14 goals, huge contributions in the playoffs, and this is his equaliser.
Yeah, it's a beautiful goal, isn't it? He looks so composed when he gets there. Just picks his spot, just rolls it into that bottom corner nonchalantly. Great finish.
Reiki, the player who's come on to replace him on loan from Aston Villa, the 19-year-olds. Paul Hurst saying of him, he brings something different to this Grimsby side. He's talked about energy being a part of that as he looks to burst forward immediately. So often, Kevin, in these playoffs, the substitutes have done the business for Grimsby.
Yeah, they've done well since coming on, particularly Maguire-Drew. He's looked lively, got some good positions, looks dangerous when he gets on the ball. There's another opportunity to get the ball in the box from Cropper.
Now Waterfall, who got the winner in the semi-finals, up there again. Will there be more late drama in these playoffs? More late drama involving Grimsby. We're in next goal, the winner territory here. Cropper with the throw-in. Fox tried to flick it on and Waterfall was in there and it almost ran for Reiki. Clifton couldn't bring it down and the referee stopped it here because of an injury to Barnett, who is quickly back to his feet.
He's had a good game, Barnett, on this right-hand side. Always available, always wants the ball. He gets in those 1v1 situation, he drives to the byline, gets the crosses in. Had a good game.
2 minutes of added time to go. And then it's extra time again. And you can only imagine the physical demands on these Grimsby players in particular at the end of a long, hard season. It looks as though it's going to be a third game that's gone to extra time in a row. If they get to the Football League, they'll have earned it.
Yeah, they certainly will. A couple of minutes to go here.
To say that Solihull won't have earned it as well, they just won't have played quite as many minutes. As you said earlier, two really good teams, two teams who have earned their place in this promotion final. Who now is going to grab that opportunity to go to the promised land of the Football League? Maybe one last chance at the end of regular time, perhaps. Barnett, Clark, just over a minute to go. Newton, Clark. Solihull keeping it well. Maycock, nervous whistles from the Grimsby supporters. Solihull probing.
Just had to change a little bit, haven't they, since Hudlin went off. They've not really managed to get the ball to stick and create too many chances. They've got into good areas when they broke. Final pass has just let them down a little bit.
Barnett, can he find a telling cross right at the end of the game? If he can, he could win it. And it's over the head of Newton. And it came out to Storer, urged to shoot. He finds Sabara instead. Nervous moments these for Grimsby. Another cross into the box and a good claim. And Crocombe, that's just what they needed. Launched forward towards Diasaruwe. Can he get in behind them? He just lost his footing and Goodger plays it back to Joe McDonnell. A check of the watch from the referee. And it is going to be extra time. The third game in a row for Paul Hurst Grimsby. It was McAtee's second half equaliser. That means another half an hour. That after Hudlin had got the opener right at the end of the first half. I know you're not going to want to miss extra time. That follows next. Full time in the 90. Grimsby 1, Solihull 1.
Nobody can kick it like these guys can. Get ready for a weekend of football taken to a whole new level with 6
training ground. There are no clicks. Those are the sort of things that in this pressurised environment, Kevin, can count for a lot, can't they?
Oh, definitely the team spirit's crucial. Any football club, you need that togetherness, that belief. And it comes from the manager downwards. Give the players, some of the senior players, a bit more to do. But they're a good group, they're an honest group.
I've got to say, for Paul Hurst, the skill as a manager that he's used to, such a camaraderie as well with the Grimsby squad in such a short space of time. Having to rebuild the squad has been really impressive too.
Yeah, good play from Dallas there, just drops the shoulder on Smith. A couple of arms in the back.
To whip one in then. Saroué was back defending a man down in the box. I think it's Storer. It's Howe actually.
Yeah, see, that's just another flighted ball in. Just the arm of Saroué just catches him in the face. It's a tough cookie though, he'll be up. Trying to get a little breather, some oxygen into those lungs.
Remember, they were so keen to get him, Howe, when he was signed back in 2019. It was for an undisclosed club record fee at the time from Harrogate. He turned down 4 bids from Solihull for Howe before they eventually let him go. Now a Football League side. Could Solihull follow them, you wonder? Boys made the room for the cross and it came off Goodger for a goal kick.
Solid partnership, aren't they? The pair of them at the back. He's had a couple of injuries this year, but dependable, reliable.
Sabara, he's got Dallas in the middle, others arriving too. Sabara, look for Dallas, but Smith was well positioned. He has got an excellent positional sense actually, Smith. Saroué, now Grimsby can attack. Reiki, Holohan, support arriving in the shape of Maguire Drew. Loses it to Storer. Took it off him so easily there.
Yeah, just moments before, it's another opportunity for Solihull. They've got in good positions in the last 20-30 minutes of the first half, and again there 3 or 4 options to pick out, just couldn't quite get that final pass away.
Kyle Storer, McDonnell. Now Goodger. Howe. whatever happens here, and they are guaranteed drama of some kind at some point. Both these clubs able to look back at seasons of real progress. Solihull went from an 11th place finish last season to 3rd this time, 23 points better off. Of course, Grimsby's campaign totally different, having finished bottom of League 2 last season. Fox looking to burst forward. Belty should get a free kick. Referee not interested. Not a great pass by Dallas. It was a tired pass.
Yeah, it just keeps happening time and time again for them. They can just compose themselves when they win the ball back. They've got Dallas who's playing a bit more century now. Can they get him away with one decent pass and he's in? Just keeps breaking down for them, unfortunately.
Crowd here for 20-year-old centre-back Smith. Played for his parent club Hull City in the EFL Cup first round this season, and against Wigan. And the evidence that I've seen of his performances with Grimsby looks like he could have a bright future ahead of him.
Yeah, he's done well, hasn't he? Alongside Waterfall, bags of experience. Looks solid. Once again, you look at this, you look at Dallas, can you go and play on him now? You know he's struggling, you can. He'll be cramped. Game management, that understanding. He turns now for Grimsby.
And that's Holohan is coming off. Without his goal in the eliminator, he'll be here right now. Man who won the promotion final last season, making way. Not a great pass by Dallas. It was a tired pass.
Yeah, it just keeps happening time and time again for them. They can just compose themselves when they win the ball back. They've got Dallas who's playing a bit more century now. Can they get him away with one decent pass and he's in? Just keeps breaking down for them, unfortunately.
Crowd here for 20-year-old centre-back Smith. Played for his parent club Hull City in the EFL Cup first round this season, and against Wigan. And the evidence that I've seen of his performances with Grimsby looks like he could have a bright future ahead of him.
Yeah, he's done well, hasn't he? Alongside Waterfall, bags of experience. Looks solid. Once again, you look at this, you look at Dallas, can you go and play on him now? You know he's struggling, you can. He'll be cramped. Game management, that understanding. So he turns now for Grimsby.
And that's Holohan is coming off. Without his goal in the eliminator, he'll be here right now. Man who won the promotion final last season, making way. And it's Tristan Abrahams who will come on loan from Carlisle. Has got 3 goals in his last 7 appearances. Has been used to coming off the bench, only 1 start in the last 15 games. Comes from not too far away from here, actually, Lewisham in southeast London. He's part of East London well too, having come through Leyton Orient's youth system, Abrahams. Good touch that by Diasarue. Amos. Clifton. Good movement by Abrahams. Maguire Drew is arriving in the box. Fox is in there as well. And Diasarue just got away from him. Dallas looks for Newton, read by Smith. Well, Fox has made a great run there to the edge of the area.
Yeah, one introduction. That could have been a really good run from Abrahams. It's into a great position. Good defending, you'd have to say, once again from Solihull.
Waterfall. Reiki. Amos has made the run down on the left, but he delayed the pass too long. Sabara, could they be made to pay for that? Yellow shirts raiding forward. Maybe a little over here. It's not kept in on the far side. They had him a bit stretched there.
Poor pass. Newton. It's a nice simple ball out to Barnett and they're away. Mistake from Reiki. Just happening time and time and again for them. It'd be frustrating for Neil Ardley.
Supporters can make such a big difference, can't they, in these sort of games at this stage of the season. One last big push from both sets of players. Another player down just out of your shot. Cramp is going to be an issue. He's just told the physio to hold their position. Looks as though he's been told that Storr is going to be okay. It's how the physical tiredness, though, Kevin, can also affect the mind, isn't it, in these situations?
Tough. It's tough. You've just got to try and find somewhere, reach deep, get through the game. The demands are tough, the rewards are high.
It means everything, doesn't it? This flicked on by Howe. Waterfall with the diving header. As we move towards the final minute in this first half of extra time in East London. Suits the left boot of Boyce. Gudger, Howe, Storer are all in there. Smith got it clear. I have to say their defending from set pieces today, Grimsby, has been much better.
Oh, they've been outstanding. One or two moments early on, Solihull, set pieces, but they've attacked the ball and they've gone to the second ball as well, the second contact. Fox in particular reads the game really well. Smith next to that man there, Waterfall, they've stood strong. See Grimsby almost a 4-2-4 at times now. Abraham's going up alongside Saruwe.
So a minute added time at the end of the first period at extra time. And the tension of the playoffs, there is going to be inevitably more drama to come, whether that is during extra time or whether it's in a penalty shootout as we saw in last season's promotion final. Long it goes from Howe up towards Newton, header won by Waterfall. Storer, Harry Boyce. Here's Saruwe. Fox. No time for the Grimsby attack. And it's half time in extra time. It remains 1-1, Matt.
Two tired teams. I wonder, Aaron McLean, who's got enough left here, particularly. Obviously, I'm thinking of Grimsby now.
In fairness to them, you know, Grimsby have given everything. You know, having gone 2 games, gone extra time, they're still very much in this game. But I think it's just now who's going to produce that moment, which set of players is going to be able to produce that one moment of genius that wins the game, and whoever can produce it will go on and be victorious in this one.
Or a new fearing. Chris, a mistake through fatigue.
Yeah, just looking at a couple of the players. I mean, Smith's absolutely on the limit. He's been magnificent. Every time he makes a last-ditch clearance or challenge, he's stretching his calves. Fair play to the players. Players like Fox, Harry Clifton. You know, they've 320 minutes in a short space of time. It's credit to the players. Solihull as well. You can see him stretching now. Howe's been magnificent at the back. Some unbelievable performances from some real athletes. Credit to the players.
I was going to say, Liam, there was a point there in that first half of extra time where Howe won another header, and then Waterfall got on the end of it to clear it. Testament to both.
Yeah, exactly. He's been a threat in both boxes. Howe defended everything at that side, and then on the end of it, he's been a threat in the box. In the same way that we spoke about Smith and Waterfall, these both sets of teams want to go and defend. They want to go and head things and clear things, and that's the reason why we're neck and neck at the minute. And I think this can only go one way. And to be honest, it'd be unfair if it was snatched away in the game. Take it to penalties and see what happens, and what's meant to be will be.
Yep, 15 minutes left to sort this out, if they can, if there's enough left in either tank. Grimsby have made all their changes with Tristan Abrahams now on. You can see the fatigue mixed with the tension, mixed with the hope, mixed with the fear. Oh, it's a heady brew. A heady brew. And still they are...
From some real athletes. Credit to the players.
I was going to say, Liam, there was a point there in that first half of extra time where Howe won another header, and then Waterfall got on the end of it to clear it. Testament to both.
Yeah, exactly. He's been a threat in both boxes. Howe defended everything at that side, and then on the end of it, he's been a threat in the box. In the same way that we spoke about Smith and Waterfall, these both sets of teams want to go and defend. They want to go and head things and clear things, and that's the reason why we're neck and neck at the minute. And I think this can only go one way. And to be honest, it'd be unfair if it was snatched away in the game. Take it to penalties and see what happens, and what's meant to be will be.
Yep, 15 minutes left to sort this out, if they can, if there's enough left in either tank. Grimsby have made all their changes with Tristan Abrahams now on. You can see the fatigue mixed with the tension, mixed with the hope, mixed with the fear. Oh, it's a heady brew. A heady brew. And still they are roared on by both sets of supporters. Do we have a winner? Kevin and Adam.
Thank you, Matt. Well, these have been the playoffs that just kept on giving. Time for one last big push. 15 minutes to go in these playoffs. They're certainly up there as the best National League playoffs I think we've ever seen. But which team will ultimately come out on top? There will be joy, there will be despair, there will be a winner, there will be a loser, and one of these teams, one way or another, in about an hour's time, if it goes the full distance, maybe a bit less than that actually, will be a Football League team. We can say that with surety.
It's been brilliant, hasn't it? You know, covering this league for a number of years now, the quality and the standards, the fitness levels, it's just improved year on year out, and it's just, you know, it's great to be here. You know, a wonderful crowd. It's unfortunate it's going to have to be a loser, but these two teams have been, you know, there've been nothing to separate them. There has to be a winner. Let's see if it goes to penalties or not.
Solihull looking to be promoted to the EFL for the first time, remember. Grimsby seeking to become the first club to win promotion back to the EFL at the first time of asking since Cheltenham back in 2016. They won the league though. The Robins, Grimsby looking to do it the hard way. And how? Lots of extra time.
Yeah, but they've been there before. They know what it takes. Maybe that will just be a psychological advantage for them. So for the Solihull team, it's uncharted territory, getting to the final. Should they go on and win it? What season that would be for them?
Barnett. Clark. Barnett. Maycock. Clark. Barnett. Newton's in the box. It's over towards him. Abrahams to Fox. He really does work hard on his fitness, Ben Fox. You know, saying that he does lots of extra work with Greg Howard, the fitness coach at Grimsby. That without having to be asked as well, says Paul Hurst.
Yeah, he's had a good game. said earlier, he just reads the game well, he senses the danger, he gets on the ball, he looks to spring those attacks, and a really good game in the middle of the park. Grimsby very much a 4-4-2 now. We've got Clifton on this left-hand side, Maguire, Drew. Been a little bit quiet in the last few minutes on that right-hand side.
And into touch by Waterford. Storer. 35 may well be feeling it more than most up there, the extra time, Storer.
Yeah, I've seen Sabara just stretching his groin off as well. There's certainly a few players feeling it now.
And Abraham's one of the precious players on the pitch chasing this. An extra substitute is permitted, by the way, in extra time. Here's Fox to Clifton. Again, Abrahams is in there, Diaz-Saroué is in there, it's flicked on towards the back post and turned in! Maguire Drew was there! And he might just have got the goal that sends Grimsby back to the Football League! It's another long throw-in! It's another extra time goal for Grimsby! The comeback kings have turned it all around.
Yeah, we know how dangerous these long throws are from Cropper, and I think it's a Solihull player with the initial touch here. It's Dallas, isn't it, I think. And there's Maguire, Drew, gambling round the back. Toe pokes it home. Newton was behind him, could have cleared it, and there he was. He gambled. It's a nice finish, it's not an easy finish. Just got some contact on the ball, and look what it means to Paul Hurst and these Grimsby players.
Well, there's the chairman, Jason Stopwood. He looks remarkably calm in the circumstances. Well, Maguire Drew it was who took the free kick that led to the late equaliser in normal time in the eliminator at Notts County. Has he scored the goal now that finally wins this match, that sends Grimsby up to the Football League? Used to play for Leyton Orient, just a stone's throw from here. But the way these playoffs have gone, you wouldn't rule out a comeback from Solihull. It's just been that kind of season in terms of the playoffs. Grimsby, though, must be out on their feet. Another extra time, but they're finding energy, they're finding reserves from somewhere. Where, I don't know.
Pure adrenaline, Adam, isn't it? It's running through the veins at the moment. See Mark Ellis coming on now, will he go and play in front? Who knows, but what a story for Grimsby. See Maycock coming off, who ran his heart out as well.
Yeah, Ellis, I can recall scoring in the playoffs for Notts County last season. Scored some big goals, actually, in the end of the previous campaign for the Magpies. They think the job might just be done, but there's still time. About 7 minutes, probably a bit more than that. Solihull aside with plenty of goals in them. Noticeable, Kevin, that Howard stayed forward now.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to play up top, isn't it?
He's found Dallas. And the challenge came in from Fox. And here come Grimsby. What's going to be really interesting now, Kev, is to see, will Grimsby start to drop back? Will his side look to push on?
Well, I think it's important he's gone to that 4-4-2 formation. One of the strikers, either Abrahams or Diaz-Saroué, just drop in, just give him that extra body in midfield. Say 6 minutes plus injury time to come.
incredible again, isn't it, that it's another substitute who's got the goal for Paul Hurst's side. He might have picked the same starting 11 for all 3 playoff games, but how well he's used his bench.
Yeah, and like you say, that's again about the culture, the team spirit. You know, when you're not in the team, how are you behaving around the players? Are you a good squad player, a good team player?
Barnett took it beautifully. Howe waits in the box. Awkward for the goalkeeper, but he did very well there. Broken, that's a good take under pressure. And I think he'll hold on to this for as long as he possibly is allowed.
Yeah, I think Waterfall went down a little bit as well, so his handling's been good. We spoke about him in the first half, just coming in, taking that pressure off, running down the clock. A few drinks going on now, a few gels.
Problem here for Dallas. So another change being made.
That moment, about the opportunity, they've got into good position, Solihull, and they've just struggled to a few times now get that clinical pass through to the likes of Dallas and Newton.
Up it goes towards Diasaruwe. Of the essence here for Solihull. Up it goes towards Howe. Can he look to make the run off him? Clifton. Oh, wow, this could be interesting. Abrahams. Diasaruwe waits in the box. He's decided to just hold it up here with Ellis at his back. Looking to waste away what are incredibly valuable, precious seconds for Solihull. What a game he's had.
Yeah, he's done well, hasn't he? That one into touch, and it's been unbelievable, haven't it, with Grimsby and these travelling fans that go to Notts County and Wrexham and come here against Solihull. Team that just don't lose many games. Something's been written in the stars. Solihull need that one moment.
Barnett. Is there another chance in this? Wasn't quite kept in. Is going to be a throw in though.
Well, they've really missed Hudlin, haven't they? Since he's gone off. Brookham's not had too many saves to make. A big miss for them. Unfortunate head injury.
Barnett. Waterfall headed clear. What a player campaign he's had. Ellis. Wide it comes for Barnett. They just need to get it in the box. Smith with the header clear. Solihull asking questions. More pressure for Grimsby to deal with. Just kept in on that far side. And it's Grimsby's throw-in. Let's get Kevin's man of the match.
Yeah, going to give it to Ben Fox. I spoke about him before the game. Had such an important role to play up against this front five almost of Solihull. He's been outstanding, defending the box, putting out the fires and then getting Grimsby on the front foot.
And sometimes with a playoff campaign, even with a cup campaign, you can think your name's on the trophy, but certain things just point that kind of way. And the goal that looks like it could be the winner for Grimsby, scored in the 111th minute. They've had 111 seasons in the Football League. Almost spooky, that. Reiki. Solihull not done yet. Well, they wanted to carry on, I think, there. Yellow card shown. Final minute of extra time. Fox booked. It's got to go forward quickly. We're expecting 2 added minutes at London Stadium. Brought down on the chest by Ellis. Confirmation it is 2 minutes. Newton. Over comes the cross. Oh, and it was there to be hit. And it's still awkward for the keeper, but he's claimed it well. Cheered almost like a goal by the Grimsby fans. They thought there could be a reprieve for a second there. In 2016, is it going to be promotion final heartache again for Neil Ardley on the losing side with Notts County in 2020? It's been a playoff campaign where Grimsby in the regular season, but they're staring defeat in the face here, and Grimsby are almost there.
Yeah, it's frustrating for him. I'd say the loss of Hudlin. Looks like they're going to lose to a long throw as well. They're prepared for the long throws, the set pieces from Grimsby. Ultimately, they've come unstuck and it could be costing them a chance to go to the EFL for the first time. But fair play to Grimsby. They've been outstanding. They that never die, never give up attitude. Could get him over the line.
Launched up towards Abrahams. Oh dear, Sarue. Surely he'll take it to the corner here. Clifton. That is indeed the plan. Solihull trying to get it back and they get the free kick. Maybe one last chance to get it forwards. Abrahams pushed to the ground, having prevented Storer from taking it quickly. The referee, I think, wants to show a card here. Yeah, he's booked him. 3rd minute of added time. The game's nearly up for Solihull. Grimsby on the brink. Maybe one last attack. Smith with the header. Grimsby get the free kick. And that could well be it. And they know it. They're pleading with the referee to blow his whistle. Amazing noise and atmosphere around London Stadium. Still we go on into a 4th minute of added time. It's one of Grimsby's great days. Paul Hurst did it again. Back to the Football League they go. Their 12-month transformation is complete. Maguire Drew, the hero. They've gone from the pain of relegation to the joy, the utter joy of promotion. What an achievement. Finished 6th in the regular season. 3 times they went to extra time. But Maguire Drew is the man who's ultimately made it happen. Solihull miss out, but their progress this season undeniable. It is a club heading in the right direction. Steady foundations, the future promising, but this will hurt. It will hurt bad. The contrast in emotions, as ever, in a promotion final is stark.
Well, you'd have to say they deserved it. Time and time again, they've done it the hard way to get through 3 extra times, as you said, Adam. But for the majority of this game, they've been on top, created the better chances, and Solihull just couldn't find that moment. It's Grimsby's day.
There's a hard way, there's an easy way, and there's a Grimsby way. Full time, Grimsby 2, Solihull 1.
And it's just meant to be. Just the way the playoffs have gone, I just believe that it was meant to be from the start at Notts County.
Look, give me an insight what it's like to sit on the bench and wait to get your opportunity to come on here.
Yeah, it's very frustrating. Obviously, you want to play, everyone wants to play, but you just got to make it count, and luckily today I did.
What do you remember from the goal?
I just saw it flicked on, I thought I'd sort of gamble, and luckily I did. So.
Look, can you believe it's happened again? Extra time, again, you've won it. You came from behind, again. What does it say about the mentality of the team?
It's just a never giving up squad. We're very together, the fans are on board, the staff, and everyone's just a tight-knit group, and the town is real together, so I'm buzzing for everyone involved.
Look, the noise is unbelievable, and especially what the fans did to get themselves there, the Mariners' trust. Is this just the perfect ending?
Exactly, they deserve it, everyone at the club, the staff, the players, the fans that have paid all that money to come down here and support us. I'm glad we were able to repay them.
Just give me an insight, how big's this party going to be tonight?
Hopefully I won't remember it.
Jordan, I'm going to go let you celebrate. Congratulations.
Well, great scenes, obviously, if you're a Grimsby fan, and there's plenty from Grimsby here at the London Stadium. They've found a way, haven't they, through thick and thin, extra time 3 times. The Mariners have done what few do, gone back up at the very first time of asking. Pretty sure the party will be memorable, even if those involved don't remember it. Aaron McLean, the right team win?
Yeah, I think they deserved it. You know, I think that the way that they've done it as well is what's been so impressive. Is Paul Hurst has kept his team grounded. They never know when they're beaten, and they're the first team to finish 6th and still go up. You know, it's amazing. What they've done this season is magnificent. Like Chris said before, it's amazing for the city. It's amazing for the fans that have made the journey. You know, we know there was a lot of unrest about the ticket prices, but they've turned out in their numbers, and they deserve this day.
Chris, he's getting a bit of a Pep Guardiola. It's not the best one I've seen, but up he goes.
Yeah, he deserves it. As I said before, he's seen the bad times, and he's certainly now seen the good times. And they just showed so much resilience all the way through the playoffs. Good shape from out them today, and they had the ups and downs in today's game, even working out the shape of Solihull, but some brilliant performances.
John, congratulations. Is there a better feeling than winning a promotion final?
Never felt like this in my life.
Hang on, we're going to get it back.
No, I've never felt like this in my life. This is probably the best moment of my life, I'll be honest.
You had to spend the last part of that match sat on the bench watching it. What was it like?
I was trying to kick every ball with the lads. I felt myself I should have scored the winner. The second one, George played a great ball. When he scored the winner, I just got mental.
Today, how good was that little dummy from Maguire Drew for your goal?
I've shouted at him dummy, but I didn't think he heard me. And when I seen it go through, the thing is, I've come off because my calf is gone. As I took a touch, I felt my calf, thought, oh no, what have I missed? That's why I didn't celebrate. Normally I got mental, I couldn't even celebrate. I had to just blow him a kiss.
Look, you've gone back to the Football League at the first time of asking. I mean, what does it mean to the club, the fans?
Yeah, you can see it yourself, look at that. That is unbelievable. For a 5th-tier English football match, what's that, what was it, 13,000? That is mental. And I'm just so happy for the fans. If we deserve it, we've grafted all year. 11 months we've been here. We haven't had no time off at all. We've absolutely grafted and we've done it. I'm buzzing.
Something tells me you're going to enjoy this one tonight.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. I keep getting in trouble for drinking, so not drinking, but getting cramped, so I'll just kill myself. I can't run out.
Yeah, but never mind. That's absolutely fine. John, go and enjoy this one, Matty. Congratulations.
Yeah, the Diarrhea party starts here, and it had to come the winner from a long throw, Liam Hogan. It had to.
Yeah, that's obviously been a feature, especially in these playoffs, and as we've mentioned, there's just sometimes not a lot you can do. It's obviously a tighter jump at the front post from the Solihull player, and he's flicked it on, and obviously it's harsh to say the lads that's come on as marking Maguire, Drew, Riley. It's tough to come on in them games, especially when you're brand new. And obviously,
maybe credit to the attacker who's just gambled.
Yeah, he's gambled. He's probably thought it's going to get flicked on and I could be in the space. I'm inside the goalpost, and he's got on the end of it. And his name's obviously written now across the Grimsby faithful at the minute. They're all heroes, but obviously he's the one that sent them into the Football League.
And two lads there just together in goalkeeper Crocombe and Ben Fox in midfield, Chris. I mean, I know we could pick a lot of individuals.
No, that's right. Well, you've highlighted. Great movement. There's some really good individuals in that team, but he had a little bit of momentum, didn't he? He was looking like he could occupy, but as Macca rightly said, a brilliant season from him, overachieved. Neil's done a fantastic job. It's heartbreaking for them, but as I say, it's rebuild and go again next season. We've got no choice.
And again, it's difficult in some ways to pick out individuals, but Callum Howe, I can't think he deserves to be on a losing team today, Liam.
No, and I think they missed him when he obviously got the injury. He got himself back, and he's been a pivotal part of what they've been all about. Both of them, Budger and Howe, but especially Howe in terms of the way he can affect games, attack.
A bridge too far today, but from where the club are, where they were to where they are now, they're much better placed. So they can look at the season as a whole. They can